Hey. Just making a post on the Patreon wall because for whatever reason. Oh, weird. I can choose a type. Oh my god, I can hear myself. Uh-oh. There we go. For whatever reason, Patreon doesn't like to send messages, so I'm just making a post on the wall too that I guess text? Sure. As long as I can do links in text anyway. November 2016, Google Hangout. Invite. There we go. $10 patrons and publish now, and we're good. I look healthy? Do I? Do I look healthier than normal? All right, I guess we're just gonna wait for people to join in. Thanks. Yeah, it was fun on Funhouse. I had fun in that house. Hunt for the Wilder People. No, I would really like to. I was disappointed that I missed that in theaters. I had opportunities to see it, but I just didn't wind up doing it because I didn't realize it was from that director until it was too late, and then I was like, shit. The king is dead. Fidel Castro wasn't relevant to my life. Or was he? And am I just that politically uninformed and ignorant? He was relevant to my life in the sense that he didn't drop and strangle Justin Trudeau and like punt him when he was a little baby, because he held him as a baby. There's a picture of Fidel Castro holding my current prime minister as a baby. So I guess in a way he did affect my life. I haven't seen the new season of Black Mirror yet. Mark said he saw an episode and he really likes it. And I had to warn him that there are a few episodes of the show that are just actually really bad. To burst the bubble. Well, no one's up. We got Dankyo. What's up? How's it going?
Yeah, it's going okay.
Good.
Thank you for recommending Arrival. I really liked it.
Oh, no problem. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm going to see it again tomorrow before I do my gaming stream, because I have some friends that want to watch it. Mark hasn't seen it yet. He'll be joining in this stream shortly.
Ooh, cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's I'm almost surprised and not surprised at the same time that it's on the top 250 on IMDb right now. I'm glad that Villeneuve is doing well. You know, it's really funny. I watched every year or so, I go on. I look up Lights Camera Jackson just to see how what he's doing in his life and how age is treating him. And he made a review for Arrival, and it was a really awful review. It's kind of funny that he started reviewing films somewhere between the ages of 7 and 10, and his taste hasn't changed one bit. But anyway, I lost my shit, and I was laughing really loudly in my room when he pronounced his name just without a shred of irony or without any kind of implication that he could be wrong. He's like, Arrival from Denis Villeneuve. And I just started laughing really, really loud. But
dumb baby.
Lights, Camera, Jackson. What a guy.
Or
do you need an extension? Do you need an extender, Mark?
I got so many extenders, dude.
Are you gonna be? Gonna have to move forward or something.
Fit.
I don't want my laptop to fall. Who's typing? Somebody's making some noise. It's really weird.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna move my cell phone because that's where I'm speaking right now from Google Hangouts, and I realize my controller is right next to it. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, no worries.
Moving it away from it. Is it better?
I can still hear it, but it's not as bad.
Okay, I'll try to tone it down a bit.
That's
I was more worried about the sound coming out of the TV, but turns out like there's nothing coming out of it. So
Are you playing a game?
I'm playing a game, but nothing that people over here will care about. It's Forza Horizon 3. So
Oh, nice.
I play that game. What are you talking about?
You could put a thin blanket and wrap it around your controller and see how well you can play while the whole thing is covered up and cushioned.
Yeah,
and that would
Go
probably
away.
take away the noise.
Work for more.
yeah, I could probably do
Maybe.
something like. Wait, I'm gonna try and figure something out. Maybe this will work.
Oh, PizzaGate.
Pizza
It's just have people typing in the chat. It's another one of those things where like I wouldn't even know about it if Reddit didn't try to like heavily censor it. And in all honesty, I don't even know if people should even be talking about it because I haven't seen anything that proves these claims really. I don't know. Who knows? But it's just another one of those things where it's like if you clearly don't want people talking about it and you clearly don't want people discussing it, trying to censor it is the exact opposite thing that you should be doing, Spez.
Quick question. Is it better now?
I don't hear
doing my
it,
controller.
really.
Perfect. It worked.
I can like very faintly hear it, but I doubt it's gonna.
It's gonna ruin everything.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect.
How's everybody doing?
I think we're all doing good, right?
You don't speak for them.
I will speak for everyone because nobody
Speak for
likes
the
Forza
users.
and everybody feels good right now. Yeah.
Did you say it was Forza Horizon or Forza?
It's Horizon. It's Horizon 3. So I'm just.
Yeah, I'm not much into.
Nope, that's what I'm assuming some of the audience would be into car, but I kind of assume that you weren't.
I mean, like the graphics look nice sometimes in car games.
It's a very good looking game, but yeah.
Our
Someone
games
in-
have looked the same since 2005. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
They all look good.
The frame rate's gotten better on console.
Not on
I
Horizon.
guess.
Horizon has always been locked at 30 frames a second on console, but not on PC anymore. And Motorsport has always been 60, so that's nothing new.
Does anyone have any reason whatsoever why anyone on the planet should buy a PS4 Pro? Or is that just like a...
What is that?
Right?
Wait a second. It's like my brother bought the new Xbox or whatever yesterday.
Well, that one can at least play 4K Blu-rays, but the PS4... like
I didn't know that was even a thing.
So, yeah, if someone's looking... So there was like... It was on sale for like $200 off or whatever online for Black Friday, and it was just like... I was so tempted about like 2 hours before the sale went on, and I looked at it, and I'm like, man, because the only thing that like tempted me was I heard that it's actually confirmed when Planet Earth Season 2 gets released on Blu-ray, they're doing a 4K version, and it's like their first 4K series. I'm like, and so it's like it's almost pressuring me to adopt it, and I already have the Revenant because it's the combo pack that I got in 4K. Arrival's gonna have a combo pack when that's out, so I'm gonna get like just so I have them so I can adopt them at some point. But the only part that's like really holding me back, and I didn't buy the Xbox One S obviously because like I just couldn't justify it still. The only thing that's really holding me back is like the TVs. I have like a 4K monitor that I bought a while ago, and it's like, do I really want to like if I'm gonna watch something in 4K, do I really want to just be like this close to my monitor anyway, or like if I'm gonna get a 4K TV, I would want it to be like one of those big ass ones. But right now they're too expensive. The really nice looking ones are like $8,000. It's
That's
just
a
like
lot,
and I don't like. I love my projector. I have a really nice home theater set up right now, and it's like I just. Why would I want to watch a movie not on my projector? Maybe I should just wait for like a 4K version of the same projector I have. But I like the 3D bullshit, I like the cheesy 3D shit. You know, we need to have a
Needs to be
3D
in a
movie
free-
night. I bought all the worst
3D
movies on
movie
3D, just because it adds to them to have a
Jaws.
gimmick. I have The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh, hearing the dubstep in 3D could be interesting.
Yeah, 3D sound. I do have 5.1. And I just got like the two 3D Final Destination movies. I want to have like a really bad 3D movie night because we have a bunch of glasses for them too. I just feel like it makes it stupider and funnier when you see the really bad 3D. Oh, speaking of really bad 3D, I was walking around yesterday, which was Black Friday, and so I popped in Best Buy just to see if there was anything interesting. And Gods of Egypt was on sale for like $12.
You bought it?
No, I searched it up on Amazon and noticed it was $1 less, and then I bought it on Amazon. And that is exactly
$1 for shipping.
Yeah. Well, no, I have Prime, so I don't even pay the shipping. So this is exactly why physical customer service retail locations are dying, is because I have options and I can do that. So I can't wait to see Gods of Egypt. It looks awful.
It looks beautifully amazing.
It looks hilarious, and I've heard really good things about it. So
We almost saw it in Vegas.
I wanted to see that movie because it looked like a bunch of stupidity and like really bad stupidity.
yeah,
And I went to Best Buy today.
Mungle Baby.
Yeah, we went to Best Buy. I went to Best Buy today, and I found like the Raid 2 on Blu-ray for $8. I was like, oh, I need to find the Raid 1 first because I love both of these. And I couldn't find Raid 1 under like $15. I was like, oh fuck, I'll just wait
Yeah.
and get them all together.
Yeah, man. You know what? Like, some Blu-rays are just way too expensive for no fucking reason.
It was just like it was a bargain bin that I found like the Raid 2, but like there wasn't the Raid 1 in it. So I was
I'm
like,
gonna
fuck.
look this up just to confirm what I think I'm gonna say, but I'm pretty sure you can't find Citizen Kane for anything less than like $50.
That would not surprise me all too much.
Oh,
if I'm
God.
honest.
So the DVD is $10. The Blu-ray on Amazon Canada Amazon is $271 for some reason.
Jesus.
Let's try Amazon.com. Let's try American for Blu-rays. Kane Blu-ray. Oh, there's a $20 version, 75th anniversary. So not the like big special edition. Let's see if they ship to Canada. Oh, temporarily out of stock, so I can't even get it.
I like how they paired it
Shit.
up with Casablanca.
Yeah, it's like up there. Let's see what eBay has to say. I would like to buy Citizen Kane.
I'm expecting it
Blu-ray.
to be. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm expecting.
On DVD.
No.
I'm
Sorry, what were you
expecting
saying?
it to be like an asylum version where it's like Citizen
Oh, that'd be
Can
funny.
Do or something like that.
Yeah.
Citizen Can Do.
Kane spelled
Yeah.
C-A-N-E.
Oh, can do.
Can do. How do I filter this shit?
Battle of Britain. That looks just as good. Forget Citizen Kane. You want Battle of Britain? It's less than $7.
Oh. What the hell? Oh my god. Where did I'm on eBay right now, and it's like, where did the option go where I can organize it by price? What the hell happened to
That's
that?
gone.
Did they just
Gone. To,
remove it?
it will be DLC in the future.
Oh god. What happened? The hell happened to
Fuck
eBay?
yeah.
Can I do that on mobile? Either way. Oh, yeah, I'm seeing the cheapest one I see on eBay right now is still like $35. I'm like, it's a movie that's really old. The Blu-ray's been out for a while, you know? Like it's not a new Blu-ray. It's not a new release Blu-ray. What is this? You know? It shouldn't be that expensive.
It's a bit odd.
It's a bit awful. It's a bit dumb.
Oh, that was the word I was looking for. Sorry.
I knew it. I just
It's a
correct
bit
people when I
awful.
know.
Yeah, just keep me a check at them. Keep me. It's been a while since I've been to these Google Hangouts. I think I missed the last two, I believe.
It's been a while since I've been to this Google Hangout. It's been 1 month. Sorry.
Oh wow! You've been slacking up, my man.
There was a thread in my subreddit called "I Hate the Holy Mountain."
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I mean, like, I don't expect everybody to like it. And I have a lot of close friends that shared pretty much the exact same opinion that the person in my subreddit did. And I think a lot of people just get like really upset and angry if there's things that happen in a movie that aren't explained very well at all. Like someone made a very like thorough and detailed explanation as to why they like the movie and like the symbolism and like religious symbols in the first 30 minutes and how there's no dialogue for the first 30 minutes and how the cinematography is amazing and like the you know, how it tells the story of like how Christianity got corrupted by organized religion, et cetera, and they make this like long, very passionate, very, very detailed explanation, and then the original poster's response underneath it was, yeah, but why are there naked little boys with paint on their penises? And it's like, well, if that's gonna bother you, then I can see why you don't like the movie, you know? It's like if you need an answer for every single visual artistry featured in the film, then it's like you're just gonna be upset if that's how you walk into the movie, you know. And I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're watching it wrong, but it's just like if that's how you feel about it, then you shouldn't try to watch any Jodorowsky films because you'll just be very disappointed and very upset, you know.
Guy loves symbolism.
You know, I don't know. I feel like it really connects to me anyway, and I really, really love everything that's happening visually. I love the soundtrack too. Composed by Jodorowsky as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sheer spectacle of it is really good as well. Like, there's always something unique happening visually.
There's a lot of movies that have tried to do something similar, and tried to be like this like acid trip spectacle of like grandiose statements on society and politics and religion and like self-improvement and spiritualism and transcendence and all that. And there's so many movies that have tried to do it, but none of them come even close. There's nothing that comes even close at all
To Doctor Strange.
to the Holy Mountain.
Yeah, I saw it pretty.
Dr. fucking Strange. Shit was deeper in Avatar, Legend of Korra, like season 3.
I mean, really, that's Doctor Strange. This
Empty your mind, enter the void.
So good.
Yeah,
Oh,
I saw a
man.
film recently that was incredibly pretentious called Rebirth, and I was just like, it's just the corniest film I've. with regards to, like, tackle. Yeah, it's awful. So I think someone recommended it to me, and I was, not
Like,
impressed.
was it Ari, like, colon birth? Because that sounds like an anime.
Colon birth. See, 2016.
Yeah. It's like a Netflix film. It's pretty terrible.
It has it. Well, I mean,
God.
Rebirth is just an awful title anyway.
Yep.
Why would you name your movie that? Oh, look, Citizen Kane, $25 on bestbuy.ca. Thank you.
That's not so bad. That's pretty good.
I think this is the best price that's available. I might buy this later. Oh, no. Why Best Buy? Why? They used to have free shipping for $20 and over. Now it's $35.
Oh.
You cucks. You assholes. You know what's even shittier about Best Buy? I try to use my like a gift card on their online store, and if the amount that I'm purchasing is over the amount of the gift card, it doesn't accept it. The only time it's ever accepted gift cards is when is when the amount of my purchase is lower than that of the actual gift card. And it's fine, like in real stores, it's fine. There's no issues. But for whatever reason, on their website, I don't know if they changed that or fixed it. There's a lot of issues with their fucking online shit. So obviously, that was a secondary decision to enter the online market anyway.
It's a bit odd.
Yeah. Anyway, what were we talking about before?
We were talking about the Holy Mountain and people not liking it.
Well, we don't need to go on a huge rant about that, I guess.
I mean, we could.
I don't know. I feel like I would love to do a big analysis video on that too. But what's daunting about it is I feel like I'll have to do a lot of spiritual research to truly comprehend everything that he's talking about. Because there's a lot of like religious references to things that I'm not as familiar with. Whereas Christianity, I'm pretty familiar with, so I picked that stuff up.
Damn you, Canada!
Oh, hey, I got lucky enough to get in again.
You got in. Hey.
Hey.
How's it going?
Yeah, right. Because this Hangout is limited to 10 people, right?
Yeah. Last time I accidentally invited all the patrons, and by accidentally I mean Patreon accidentally did it for whatever reason. They sent it to everybody. So I think we had a full Hangout last time. I don't know. We'll see what it looks like as the day goes, as the hours go by.
You managed to catch me right out of the shower, so let me just get dressed and then I'll turn on my camera.
Okay, that's fine. What about Inland Empire? The Real Jerry Seinfeld, Synecdoche Part 4 is already out. It's been 27 years.
The Real Jerry Seinfeld as a bee has come out and say,
Yes.
How dare you?
The Real Jerry Seinfeld as a bee has come out as gay.
Yeah.
He's living this life as a gay bee. A gay bee!
Is Bruno
And then he
Mars
got
are gay?
scabies.
Yeah. I don't know. Bees are dying. We have to save them.
You know what's upsetting? So like I'm all for like ironic humor, and I'm all for this like new wave of endless nut shack,
dank memes,
like
shit.
nut shack, Robbie Rotten, and B movie kind of like keep making like 14-hour videos of just like
Oh my
and
god!
the whole point is like, why would someone make this? And I get that. But now there's one video that somehow managed to get like 10 million views in a week. Like none of them even broke 1 million except for this one video. And it was literally just a 7-minute video, and it was titled the B movie except every time they say the word B it gets faster. And obviously it's self-descriptive. I don't have to say what it is. That's exactly what it is. But out of every single one of those types of videos, why that one? Why does that one get 10 million views? I was just like, it's so upsetting to look at that and be like, that's like 4 times as many views as any video I've ever made on my entire channel. And it was just somebody speeding up the movie and playing it, and it's a 7-minute long video. And I was just like,
dude.
All you had to do was just watch it and make little cuts and then just assign the speed, and that's it. And I'm just like, I don't even like. I can see how some of them could get that much attention. I could see how some of them would like get so much ironic attention, like the what's that one that's kind of funny? The Nut Shack theme, except every time they say the word Nut Shack, it's replaced with the entire B movie script read by Brent Daniel. That one's pretty good. Let's see how many ones that has.
Yeah, but that's like that's probably 10 hours long or 4.
Oh yeah, that's so stupid. I know, and that's the whole.
Yeah.
Like it's the ironic humor of why should okay, this one has 1 million views now, so that's fine. I think that's the second most viewed one, next to the other one I just mentioned, and then beyond that, it's like we are number 1, but whatever replaced with blah 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 blah.
I don't know. I don't know. Meme Fantano has done like a number 1, I think.
Oh, he has?
Yeah,
he
just did it.
Reviews.
He did it on That Is the Plan channel today, I believe.
Oh, today? Oh, I thought he was going to stop meme reviews. He was seriously...
No, I believe either. Yeah, it is on That Is the Plan. I can't remember if it's Nat Shack or We Are Number One. I remember it's We Are Number One.
The projectionist asks Adam, "Why did you rate Space Coppa 2?" I know it seems like an unreasonable rating, but the only reason I gave them an extra point is because I like their YouTube channel. So
yeah, because that movie is not really good.
I walked out.
Mark, I'm disappointed.
Mark like left the room. I watched with a room of people, and everybody left one by one until I was the only person left, and I was just like.
Here's the best part too. I was working on my laptop. I was barely paying attention to it. I made it 15 minutes, and it was actually so fucking annoying that I couldn't even focus on work. So I left the room. That's how bad Space Cop was. And I love Red Letter Media. It's just It's an embarrassing movie. It was secondhand embarrassment. The movie.
Yeah. It just seemed like a collection of memes.
But how much of it was like done on purpose, and how much of it is just like, oh yeah, they probably don't know better.
Speaking of embarrassing movies, my friend finally released like a short film he's been working on for an entire year.
Oh god.
But at the end, when he like called everybody over to go to his house and we were all gonna watch it, he announced that he scrapped the whole script, wrote a new one, got a whole new cast, and filmed it in a month preceding the filming. And we had sort of the leaving one by one because we all gave money to this guy to make the movie.
Weird.
I was wondering if anybody's been watching that.
Well, so like, wait, he had like a Kickstarter or something, and then over the course of how long was it supposed to have been made initially?
It was about a year ago when he started the Kickstarter.
Yeah. Your mic's cutting out a little. Your mic's being weird.
It's super choppy.
It's yeah. I don't think it has anything to do with how close it is to your mouth. It's like I think it sounds like a battery dying,
or an internet spike.
If it's like a wireless headset, it might be the battery. You might need to charge it. Yeah.
I don't know. Does it sound any better? It's close YouTube.
Nope. Worse.
either it's the connection or the signal or the battery, but there's some sort of like. You sound like a dying robot.
Who's doing dubstep?
It sounded fine before. That's the. I mean, like otherwise, I would just think that you had a shitty mic.
Real quick, if I wanted to, I just wanted to get a real quick word in edgewise.
Yeah.
I actually do kind of take issue with people calling it the entire B movie script, because it actually is not the B movie script.
Does he stop?
It's the transcript. It's the transcript.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, it doesn't even say which character's which, is what he says.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't describe the scene. It doesn't describe actions. It doesn't say interior this that.
This is true.
But the transcript just talks about just the dialogue and only the dialogue.
Yeah, if it's good. Well, I mean, it's a stupid meme anyway. I mean, it's not. I mean, they call it the B movie script, and don't even really mention or reference that. Like Bryn Daniel adds a lot to it. Also, like he opens up the entire reading by just saying things that aren't even on the paper, but people always include it in their videos anyway because it's minimal editing. And I guess that's just part of the joke. I don't know. Yeah. Real Jerry Seinfeld. I don't know if I can't remember if I've seen whatever you tweeted to me, but tweet it to my Furfag account and I'll see it. If you know what that account is. Oh, what were we talking about? I'm kind of out of it. I was like, I woke up at 6 a.m. for no reason, and then kind of just like half dozed off, but not really sleeping. And then like an hour and a half ago, I fell asleep actually. And then well, yeah, and so it was like a real sleep, but then it was the most like sensory. It was the weirdest fucking dream I've ever. Well, not ever, maybe ever, but it was the weirdest feeling I've ever had in a dream. Where like I knew I was in a dream, but every single sense that I had in the dream was super fucking heightened, and so I would see a desk and I would touch it. I'm like, it feels like I'm touching it right now. And I knew I was in a dream. And I was like, I can actually feel it. And there was no weird lack of stimulation that you would get in a dream. You know, there was no kind of like not being able to feel.
That's all.
Like from the thing you read.
Yeah.
Okay. And I just right before I fell asleep, I had watched the guest appearance that I did on Funhouse, and so then in my dream, I like dreamt that I was back in their office and that it was Adam Kovic's birthday or something, and I don't remember much about it, but it was like someone was mad for some reason, and I was just distracted by like a table, and I would like keep touching it. I'm like, oh my god, and then I would like eat something, and I'm like, I taste it. It was the weirdest fucking thing in the world. I've never had a dream like it. And I did that for like an hour, and then I woke up and I came here, and now I'm just like, I feel half asleep still.
Can you feel the desk? Can you still feel
I can, desk? But it's no different from my dream, so it feels like I'm still sleeping.
But I know you're awake.
I need my totem.
All part of your matrix.
I found my totem.
All right, how's my mic?
If it falls downward when I let go, I know I'm in my dream.
Yeah.
Repeat
your mic. I want to hear it.
Is it good now?
It's fine.
It sounds better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. If you want to watch that, I'll put the YouTube link in the chat.
Sure. I don't want to watch it right now, though.
Well, yeah.
I might watch it at some point. I'll keep a tab open, and then maybe I might watch it later.
It's pretty good.
Okay, cool. Oh my god, 40 minutes. Jesus Christ.
Propaganda ad?
I might. If I watch it, I'm probably just going to skip through it.
I would just watch highlights. You'll get the gist of it.
The jizz of it.
I'll get the jizz of it. Oh, fuck, dude.
Tony Tiger, you keep repeating that, and it never stops being true.
The more you repeat it, the more it is true.
Oh, that's how it works. Okay.
Mansplaining is a real word.
I'm actually in the middle of reading a book called Lullaby by the same guy who wrote Fight Club.
Oh.
And it's pretty good.
Brent Easton Ellis, or however you'd say his name. I don't remember how you pronounce it.
Chuck.
Oh, what? Oh, so it's not. Oh, okay. I don't know who I was thinking of. What the fuck kind of? What was the name of what I was saying?
It's pretty good. I really like it, actually.
Chuck.
It's really fucked up. I will give the premise, but not too much away. Apparently, there's this man who finds a lullaby that if it's even uttered or even thought in direction to somebody, it will kill them. And he finds this lullaby, this poem, and unknowingly he reads it to his infant daughter and wife, and he wakes up the next morning and they're both dead. And the rest of it's like this investigation where he has to kind of find like the origin of this thing, and it gets fucking crazier and crazier. And he's like really like angry and kind of manic. So like
how far into it are you?
Just a little bit. But okay. It's like it's really good. I'm already kind of like I can already give like a recommendation, even though like maybe the ending will be shit. But it's like it's really good. So that's the book I read for my monthly book club.
Man, I used to read books.
But you read all the
So
time.
did I.
I'm reading the chat.
But that's trash. That's a published author.
Yeah.
I love you, chat.
What's the next concert I plan on going to? That's a good question. I would love it. I would love it if Portishead toured again. I just looked up concert dates and there's nothing.
I would I'd just kill myself.
They need a new album.
Animal Collector. Don't need to expand my horizons. Don't have to listen to anybody else. Just stay and slit my own throat. In my
Excuse me.
Sometimes when I sleep really hard, I dream of Ray William Johnson coming back to life.
And then you get really hard in your sleep.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Have you been so angry at somebody you get an erection?
Oh, yeah. Adam, mostly.
I don't think I've ever been that.
Play the game right, Adam.
Sean!
I think my entire Silent Hill Shattered Memories stream is just going to be me yelling. I think it's just going to be me losing my shit. I've never played a more infuriating game.
Like every single minute, that'll be a great stream.
So just because there's no camera when I do it with the Wiimote or whatever, and some people are already assuming that I must be doing something wrong when I do those motions, right? And so when it shows the motion on the screen to do this is exactly what I do. I do this, and it doesn't work. And then it shows the motion on the screen to do this, and I do this, and it doesn't work, and it's the most frustrating fucking thing. It's the most frustrating fucking game. And then it's the fucking Silent Hill Wii game. And then it's as soon as I do the motion, then the Wiimote pointer that's supposed to be on the screen is now off the screen. And even when I point it right back right away, it takes like 5 seconds for it to register and then allow me to keep controlling. And the only way that I can actually change which direction I'm going is if I'm using this to point at the screen. But if these things attack me and I go like that, and then I have to go back and like point it at whatever, I can only run forward for like 5 seconds, no matter which direction I'm going. So I could just be running into another one, and I have to wait 5 seconds before I turn. It's really awful. It's the worst game. I hate it.
Actually, I was playing my favorite game of all time, Okami, on a Wii. And I had to stop playing because I actually got stuck because the controls were so bad. All I had to do was draw a circle over a tree, which is like the one typical motion you do the most in that game is like to make like a tree grow or something. And I actually got stuck. I don't know what the fuck it was. The controller just wasn't like registering or something. It wasn't a bad controller. I tried multiple controllers. It was just I got to a certain point in the game and it just wouldn't register a circle. That's how fucking bad it is. And it was like, it was the black Wii that they sold later on, which came with the like better controller, and it still fucked up. I ended up getting it on the PlayStation. It was fixed. I got through that section easy. Just, it's the worst console ever.
I know. I could have gotten it on PS2, but part of me going through the Silent Hill games is experiencing the suffering that goes along with it. And I think it's important to immortalize just how unbearable and awful the Silent Hill Shattered Memories for the Nintendo Wii is.
I was really close to buying it too.
I bought it twice because it was the only Silent Hill game I hated so much that I had to return it. And then when I decided I wanted to do all these streams, I was like, well, I guess I gotta buy it again.
That was Homecoming for me.
Homecoming.
Homecoming?
Yeah, Spider-Man Homecoming.
With
a little boy. Little friendly boy. I think the reason why I hate the Spider-Man character being a little boy the most is because...
Don't want to fuck him.
Well, exactly! Because I, like, aesthetically, if you look at... Just do me a favor and go on,
I don't want to look at little boys.
No! Spider-Man.
Oh, this chat is going places.
Google search Spider-Man on images, and look at... You don't even have to type in anything else. And literally the first page is you can see his fucking bulge. His legs are spread like this. He's in very attractive poses or whatever, you know. And I always liked having
attractive boy.
And you know what? The fact that I can't see his human face or whatever, it helps me because I'm a degenerate fur faggot. And so, what do you mean the first? Yeah, I don't. And so now it's like, you know, every single one of the Spider-Man fucking things, you know, whatever age the character is kind of irrelevant when you have like Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield playing them, right? Because you know that like whatever's underneath, you kind of know it's like, okay, that's an adult. But now it's a little boy, and I'm like, well, fuck, I can't masturbate to this anymore. I'm pissed. I'm pissed off. It's a little boy now.
No, ever since they changed...
And he's an adult now, too, and he still looks like a little fucking boy.
No, it's the same for me. Ever since they changed Tony Stark to a little black girl, I can't jerk off to it anymore, because it's a girl. And black.
Yeah, mostly the last part.
How does her hair fit into the helmet?
Black magic.
Oh, That was a great pun right there. Oh my god.
Black magic.
Oh man.
I'm inclined to believe you stole that from someone else. It was so good.
I've never heard of the term black magic being used beforehand. I swear
okay.
this is all original content.
Okay. 100% original content.
Created on the spot while driving in Australia, motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man rape coming.
I will say that I don't really mind Spider-Man being a kid, mostly because
that's
the original
worrying.
creation of the original creation of Spider-Man had that intent. They originally created him as a teenager.
Well, no, I know in the comic books, like that's the whole point of his character. But I'm not
But
like
fuck it,
I've
we're talking
never
about a
read a
goddamn
single. Actually, wait, no, I've probably read some Spider-Man comics like when I was younger. But I mean, like even in the comics, it was like there was no. He didn't really look like a little boy. You know, like I don't care if the character's supposed to be apparently in high school. It never looked like a little, like a fucking dweeb. You know,
he did an Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah, I don't remember. I didn't. Yeah, I'm not so familiar with it. So now I guess like at least Black Panther's coming out. So you win some, you
Coming
lose
out of
some.
the closet? What?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
On another note, I won't be paid through. I pay for Patreon through PayPal,
Yes.
and I won't be able to. The money that I'm expecting from PayPal won't come in until like the 1st or the 2nd of the month, which will probably be after Patreon puts the charge in. So am I able to put my charge in for December after the 1st, or is it just like the 1st and that's it?
If you don't, if you have your Patreon set up, as long as you don't remove your pledge, if let's say you have a payment option that doesn't go through, as long as your pledge is still there, then it'll just charge you after the fact whenever you update your payment information. You might have to manually do it. I think there's an option, because I support a bunch of people on Patreon too, and for whatever reason it screwed up once, and it was just like, notice your pledge didn't go through. Review your payment options or something, and then I updated them, and then I clicked the button and it charged me. I think that's how it works. But don't worry about it too hard. You could probably just send me a message and just remind me or something if you're worried about it. But
now that you put it like that, I'm not that worried.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you for the support.
No problem.
It shouldn't be an issue, I don't think.
Thoughts on Silence trailer?
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the Silence trailer. Why would I watch trailers for movies I know I'm going to watch anyway?
How do you know you're going to watch it?
Damn.
It's called Silence, which means that it'll be a really quiet theater and I'll finally be able to enjoy a movie.
Yeah.
Silence, you fool!
No, unfortunately, it is a movie by Martin Scorsese. That means that everyone will go see it.
And apparently he's been working on it for 12 years.
Oh, yeah, I believe that. And the Driver just came out in the spotlight.
Well, no, I mean, apparently it's a project he's been working on for a while.
Okay. Script-wise. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
so-
I believe that, yeah.
So, yeah, apparently.
Oh,
is what it says.
Christopher Nolan working on something called like Dunkey or something?
Dumbcock. And the trailer was ruined by one extra. But not really. It's kind of funny. Christopher Nolan movies are basically meme movies at this point.
He's really bad at directing extras. You notice that?
Yeah.
Well, how many examples do you have?
Well, in The Dark Knight Rises, there was like several extras in the fight.
Yeah.
Stuntmen were bad. Like it was.
I mean, for some
I
reason,
remember the
for
guy
some
like
reason,
sweeping was pretty funny.
there was some really weird extras in that movie. Like, you're right. Like Mario Cotillard, for example, was like a weird extra in that movie. Like, what the fuck?
No, I think it's just something that happens when you get so big and have such gigantic movies that like it takes a toll on you. You know, it takes a toll on you, and like you have to plan out every single day within a tight amount of time. And if you screw up one shot in one way, right? Or if you take way too long to film something and then it's like, oh shit, well now we only have 30 seconds to film this shot, just fucking do it. You know? Like, who knows? Reshoots are much more difficult on higher budget projects. And it's like it seems like the higher the budget is, the more chance for just like annoying, awful fuck ups, the less control that a director would have. Which is, you know, part of the reason why I'm so impressed by high budget films that do exhibit a large amount of control over what appears in the film. So, you know, when Michael Haneke is able to direct you know, even just that one long shot at the beginning of Amour, where literally every single extra was clearly given some sort of direction, and it's a room of like 100 people, and it's just one shot, but it clearly took him a long time to get it right. Like the effort clearly shows in it. It's not like a room full of people where he just said like, okay, go, and didn't say anything to them. Like they were all given some sort of direction, and it all looks so incredibly natural.
In a way, I have a similar example. I believe Canada, like English Canada, has got this TV show as well. It's called 1902. Is that it? Like the cop show, like the two partners.
I don't know. No idea.
Okay, so it is a French production, right? The French-Canadian production.
Yes.
And it's done by Pods. I don't know if you know Pods, but Pods is one of the best French-Canadian director that we've got.
Oh,
and
I don't know.
He's one of the good ones, and he's got a. He made an episode about like don't laugh. He made an episode about a school shooting, but like a real actual school shooting, not like a joke CSI episode.
Which is weird because Denis Villeneuve made a film about a school shooting, and he's
Polytechnique,
really great.
exactement. Yeah.
Oh, that's the school shooting that it was about. Okay.
Yeah, no, that was not the Polytechnique. That was just a school shootout, a fictional one. But he made the entire episode, which is, I believe, 45 minutes long, in one shot.
Oh, crazy!
It is a continuous shot of just they're going out of the police headquarters, and then the call comes in. It's like there's a shooter in the school, and then it's an entire fucking shot from the school to the end of the shootout until the shooter kills himself.
I would love to make
intense.
I would love to make like a several chapter film where each chapter is all one shot. You know, so to kind of like bring the same level of like impressive like coordination and direction that you would get from having, you know, an entire feature be a single shot, but breaking it down in ways where it's like, okay, since they're separate chapters, then it kind of makes sense to have a cut, and then, you know, it's an easier way where you get rid of your risks by like 300% by having 3 different chapters, sort of thing. I feel like that would be fun.
I suppose you could like take the mic and have like 3,000 chapters and go for
I mean, like I mean the Haneke's Code Unknown, which recently came to Criterion, is similar in concept, that each of those segments are all in one shot, but they only range, they're like a maximum of 10 minutes each, and most of them are not even that much. That's like an entire film of like several different scenes, and each scene is one shot. But they're all really well done. Like, that would be really cool to make something like that, except instead of his film where it's just like thematically connected, like maybe there would be more of a connection in the story. Like, obviously not the same story.
That could be interesting, yeah.
I was going to mention that shot in the... Sorry, I was going to mention that shot in Code Unknown where it's like on the street.
Oh, I love that one. That's the first one, right? No, wait, that's the one right after the deaf school, right? Yeah, I love the street shot. It's very, very coordinated and natural, and like it's so difficult to even believe that like everybody in the shot isn't a real person, you know, that they're actors. It just seems so real. It's crazy. I have not seen Swiss Army Man yet. I guess I can at any point now, can I?
Is it on Netflix now?
I think it's on something.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think it's on like DVD or Blu-ray or something.
I think it's on the internet.
Everything's on the internet.
Like, that's on it. Yeah.
I watched the first episode of Westworld. It was pretty good for a first episode. So
I haven't watched it.
Pop up all the time.
I'm interested in more.
Somebody asks, what is Chris Stuckman life like in real life?
Just an anti-Semite. I just.
Yeah, I tried to have a real conversation with him, and he kept talking about gas and the Jews, and I just had to say,
You have to stop. Yeah.
look, buddy, I might agree with you, but I can't be cut dead in public saying that shit.
I might be a gay fur fag who wants all Jews to die, but
Yeah,
I can't. I can't go there.
That's the definition of fur fag, anyway.
Can't go there.
He was really nice. He was really nice. He bought me some pizza. He saved me some really good seats at M Night's Split.
By the way, without,
great seats because
without spoiling, is it actually good?
Yeah, I talked about it briefly on the Funhouse podcast that just got published today. There's a link. There's a link in my subreddit, and I talk about it. I talk about the film. I think about halfway through the video.
Okay.
So I won't waste anyone's time in this in this hangout explaining the exact same thing that I already explained because I pretty much said everything I wanted to say.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, it's good. It's not amazing, but I feel like it would be inaccurate to say that it's not good. So I left the movie with this was a good movie, which was very weird for an M Night Shyamalan movie. You know,
Oh, that's
Trump
good
is
to hear.
president.
Not since
M. Night made a good
Unbreakable have we said these words.
movie. Oh, what was I saying right before? Oh yeah, Chris Stuckman. He's taller than me, which is very weird because I'm very tall.
He looks really small in his video. I guess like the
Everybody
camera
says that
doesn't
about
help.
me too. The first thing that
No,
people
I
say
assumed
when
you were tall because I saw you like standing next to people in videos, but I never
all
saw
the time.
Stuckman sitting to people.
Whenever I stand next to people in photos, the comments are never like, "Wow, Adam's really tall." It's always, "Wow, the person next to him is really short," or like, "I didn't know they were that short." You know,
Okay.
which is always kind of funny, but I'm actually tall. I'm like 6'2".
Jesus Christ, and he's taller than you. I'm like,
He's like 6'3" or 4".
I'm like
He's
5'10". That's like the
definitely
fucking
taller than me
average.
by like this much at least, by like an inch or two.
You beat him for the first time. It's like, oh, Christopher. Oh, it's like, well, hey, hold on a second. You just get out your measuring tape. It's like, we got to do this. Ah, like, let's compare. He's just like,
And then they pulled out
Very
their trousers.
nice.
They're like, let's measure.
He was a very
Turns out
friendly.
Ethan's still-
he seems like he'd be a really chill guy.
Yeah, he was very friendly and very easy to talk to.
You're a big guy.
Oh,
Oh.
thoughts on Big Money Salvia? He was also a very nice guy. He was the most like down to hang out person that I met in my entire trip.
Who?
Sorry,
It's a
Big
comment
Money
etiquette.
Salvia. Look up his channel, Internet Comment Etiquette.
Okay. I want to make sure that like we were talking about the same person. Internet
Okay.
Comment Etiquette with Eric. Yes,
He's
that
great.
guy.
I love him.
He's fantastic.
He's got a really underrated channel, but it's getting there,
He's got the
and he's
best
doing it
channel.
full time now. So I
He's
hope
got
he
the best
continues with it.
channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was super cool.
There's only one YouTube channel that I used to listen to that died out that I feel like should come back.
Your movie set.
But like they still do things, but they're gone. It's Bro Team. Bro Team was the best.
Bro Team, like the pill Bro Team or whatever.
Yeah,
Bro Team pill. Yeah, I don't know much about them.
yeah, they were like the guy was hilarious. Fuck.
I know. I wasn't blaming you. Yeah, it was fun. It was a good trip. I went to Disneyland. I got shit-faced
Oh, nice.
by myself
Fucking
at Disneyland.
Fucking shills for Disney now. Ooh.
Well, you know what? I mean, like, it's a thing that, like, who knows? I might do it again next time I'm in LA. But it made me want to do Disney World, you know? Because I felt I was there all day and I saw the whole park and I experienced everything I wanted to experience. So if I go back, I'm just gonna be like, oh yeah, these things that I did already, right?
Yeah.
But I want like Disney World. I bet you could do for like 4 days, you know, and still experience new things. I would love to do a trip to Disney World. I think that would be fun.
I just recently saw Brazil for the first time last
Oh
night.
shoot.
And
Did you get shot?
I still don't know how
Sorry,
I mean, shot. I
was
still
making a joke
don't
about
quite-
about Brazil as a country. Did you get shot in the street and robbed?
I
Did the
still
police
don't.
rape you? Sorry, go on.
I still don't know quite how to feel about
That's
it.
good, because it is the type of movie where, like, knowing what it is kind of improves the watch too. So I think next time you watch it, you might like it more.
Yeah.
There's also like 4 different endings, so I don't really know which one you watched.
The Criterion
Yeah.
collection.
Just the regular
That's supposed to be
feature or whatever. Because the Criterion Blu-ray has like all 4 different ones that you can watch on it. But I think the main one is the good one. Don't talk about the ending, but I mean the.
No. I get it. I'm just like I hunted for the director's cut because like I knew from Reputation that Terry Gilliam fought.
Oh yeah, he really did, which is why there's like 4 different cuts.
Yeah. So I watched the 147-minute director's cut. I'm like I said, I don't know how to feel about it, but it is really lingering with me.
I love it a lot. Oh yeah, but that's good. You know, like it stays in your head. You know, even if you're not sure you love it, it is a very memorable and like kind of impactful film.
Yeah.
You know.
One thing that's really sticking in my mind is just all the bureaucracy and paperwork. I mean, that really hit you over the head with that.
Was it? Did you start thinking of the dystopian authoritarian nightmare known as Brazil because I was talking about Disneyland?
I watched it last night and it was still in my head, so I just thought I'd bring it up.
I wandered around the park by myself, and there were so many staff members watching me because I didn't have anybody with me, and so I went over to
just get around you, loser.
I felt like I was being watched hardcore, but I was fun. At least, because I was just like, whatever, I don't care. I'm just here to.
Is there anybody with Mickey Mouse ears?
No, and I just like there was an area that was like, oh yeah, we're working on this area under construction or whatever, and like this big wall set up. But there was a corner around one of the buildings, and so I thought I could get around to another area. So I kind of like walked over and like poked my head around just to see like if that led anywhere that I could go, like just the sidewalk or whatever. And then immediately within not even a second, there are 2 employees that like tap me on the shoulder from behind. They're like, "Excuse me, can I help you find something?" I'm like, "Oh, holy shit!" Like that was so weird. And it didn't even take like a second for them to be on me. I was like, I just pulled out my map. I'm like, actually, I want to go here. Can you help? Like,
please help me find Canada.
I was just lost, legit. You know, like they thought that I was trying to like go into the under construction area or something. And they were super quick about it. And it was lovely. And it was especially like, I really enjoyed being there, especially with the film Escape from Tomorrow in the back of my head. And just like looking at every single different place that they filmed every single different thing. And also just, you know, outside the entrance, there's like 50 cop cars just hanging out and stuff. And I'm like, this is perfect. This is lovely, because like the whole point of the film, you know, like the statements on you know just the juxtaposition of the happiest place on earth being like some sort of nightmare. It was just it just helped the experience a lot. I don't know. I had fun. I had a lot of fun. That's all I had to say.
I wanted to point out about Brazil that I thought was really interesting was that with a lot of other like dystopian future, like totalitarian government things, like the government is always seen as oppressive and they're just like, you will act this way or we will beat you to the ground. But in Brazil, it's not like that at all. It's just like being oppressive or anything. It's just they're either assholes or they're just like, come on, man, don't do that. Like even when they're in when somebody is in a torture chamber, they're just like, you know, just talk to us. I mean, if you hold out, you'll ruin your credit rating.
Yeah, it's a very like kind of realistic portrayal of like this, you know, like the whole system, you know, and you know, needing certain forms for certain things, and it's like, oh yeah, your life will be fine and comfortable, and everything will be like dandy, and you can you know, get this expensive facelift and live with a shoe on your head or whatever, and like have fun in this dining area or whatever, and this idea of like happiness so long as you don't do anything wrong. You know, I thought it was a really interesting and very, very realistic portrayal of that kind of environment.
There's actually a new
definitely going to have to watch it again.
It's great.
There's a newer episode of Black Mirror that somebody's telling me about where it's like the entire world has a rating system for people, and it's like people will rate you. They could just like pass by you, and if they like the way you look or they've had a good experience with you, they'll give you a 1 out of 5 or something, or like a 1 to 5 rating. And it's all about like social pressure, and it's like everyone has these numbers, and if your number goes low enough, it's like it means that you can't do things that other people can.
That's funny.
There's a moment where like there's this woman who has like a 4.2, which is considerably high, and she's going to meet an old friend from high school who's like a 4.7, which means she's like amazing. She's like a celebrity. She's like quote unquote perfect almost. And the pressure gets to her so much though that she starts slipping up and cracking, and then she starts having like outbursts or like breaking down, and her rating just keeps going down, and she needs to get on a flight and she can't get through.
That's funny
because her rating's too low. And
that sounds like sounds like the movie.
Real life.
In time.
In time.
I give you 10 minutes for an hour. I hate that movie.
I had an app like that for a while. It was called People, but with 2 E's instead of EO.
Interesting.
And you could rate people rather than rating like restaurants or things like that. And it was called Yelp for People.
Oh yeah.
And it got a bunch of outrage, and they had to shut down the app.
Yeah, I remember something like that.
They're actually implementing something like that in China, I've heard. At least, or no, sorry, it may be an Asian country, so I'm just saying China.
Yeah, it's probably China.
Russia.
Where it's like
you need your dashboard cam as well, so that people can judge your driving.
Yeah.
but like instead of just having like credit, you also have personal credit, which is really
that's kind of funny.
Weird. It's like
trustworthiness to the regime.
And it's like, oh, if you don't have group think,
it is China.
Going down. Which is kind of weird.
Or possibly North Korea or something like that.
They don't give them phones.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't have apps in North Korea.
It's
like tool of propaganda.
Like, dig into the sand, like you're it too.
I think you get sent to a fucking camp if you're caught with any electronic device. Like a DVD player, they'll kill you. I'm not even kidding. People smuggle in like films so that people can watch and see that the rest of the world isn't like that. There's an interesting little short documentary on YouTube about how there are people that literally just smuggle in DVDs and mini DVD players into North Korea, and all these people watch and are like, I hope I don't get caught and die.
Yeah, I remember hearing stories about defense now, and they were like, someone asked them, when they watched a film or something, like, oh, what do you think of this? And they were like, what? Like, what do you think of this? And they just didn't understand personal, like individual thoughts. It's kind of crazy.
Just ants. Dirty ants. You squish them. You gotta squish them all. You gotta find the queen and squish her.
I mean, we should go all watch the interview together.
No, I tried for like 2 seconds. It was bad.
Which was what?
Yep.
The interview.
Oh God.
Yep.
Yeah.
Starring Keck.
You remember
Rogan.
that was a big controversy because they were like, "Oh yeah, this movie is so offensive that like we have to like cancel the show."
I don't even think that was their mark.
Eh.
I don't know. I don't think they were even claiming that it was too offensive. It was just like, oh yeah, North Korea didn't like it, and that's it. Based on the trailer, like they didn't even see it. It was like, we don't want a movie making fun of our government, and they might like. We don't even know if they really even said that. Like we don't even like. It's all just a marketing thing, right?
You think?
Yeah, I have half a mind that
is this the conspiracy theory Hangout? I'm in.
Well,
you got boys.
So did North Korea make an official statement about it? Because there was a lot of speculation that like, oh yeah, North Korea did the Sony hack, but they totally did not do the Sony hack.
No, that was WikiLeaks and the Russians. Remember?
Well, Yeah, I think it was some disgruntled employee because Sony wound up like laying off like a shit ton of people right before all that shit got leaked. So, real Jerry Seinfeld, I have noticed your comment, and I will watch it after the Hangout, but I will not watch it during the Hangout. Thank you. I appreciate it.
By the way, North Korea did officially voice concerns over the interview.
Yeah. But what did they say? They were just like,
U.S. President Obama is the chief culprit who forced the Sony Pictures Entertainment to indiscriminately distribute the movie and took the lead in appeasing and blackmailing cinema houses, blah, 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 blah.
yeah.
Obama is evil, U.S. is evil, blah, 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 blah.
It's true. What if we're the brainwashed people and North Korea is the only true place?
What if freedom ain't not free?
I heard the only part of the also the Eminem cameo, which was mildly funny, but other than that,
I saw that scene and that scene only, and apparently that was the best scene in the film, and I was not impressed at all.
Yep. Fair enough.
I was like, ha, 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 ha. Wow, that's a reference to his song. Ha, 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 gay. Isn't it funny when someone says they're gay?
Yeah.
Was a lower room.
I mean, it's hilarious every time you say it, Adam.
It wasn't funny at all.
No, not a good movie. Not
At all.
Yeah, it's not.
I think I've given thoughts on Miyazaki's films like every time I've done this Hangout. And it's all, I've always just said the same thing. Where it's like, I really like...
Not as good as Tim Burton.
I really like Mononoke. I really like Spirited Away. Did not like Ponyo. Didn't really care about The Wind Rises. Have yet to see a lot of his good ones. So,
Nausicaa.
yeah.
Yeah, I like Nausicaa.
Nausicaa
was a bit awkward for me, especially at the end. Like, they just dump a bunch of exposition right at the end. I didn't really like that.
Mm-hmm.
What
Also,
I did like was, like, one of Miyazaki's most underrated films is Porco Rosso.
Yes.
And just how like, real
furry shit.
You know? Because they don't try to do anything fantastical with Porco Rosso. It's just the only fantastical thing about it is the fact that the guy's a pig. Everything else is just World War II planes, war planes, time in Italy and the Mediterranean. It's very real.
Is The Cat Returns any good? Is it? I don't know.
I like the.
I could watch it.
I like the previous film, The Cat Came Back. It's way better. It's really catchy too. Catchy song.
And the sequel, Fritz the Cat.
Oh yeah, and then the fourth one, Cat in the Hat.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike Myers.
Yo, it's Mike Myers, man. Oh, good movie. All the good memories. Bring back the sweet memories.
Don't care. It's a long film, but I don't fucking care.
Dunkey. Has Dunkey ever used an audio clip of Shrek saying Dunkey?
I don't think so.
References to Donkey and Shrek.
Because it's when Shrek says Donkey, it sounds like it could be Donkey. I just want him to use it, you know. Add one to the list of people I wish followed me on Twitter so I can pretend they're my friends. Shrek.
Okay, yeah.
I like Dunkey a lot. I don't know if he
Now,
knows
what you
about
do
me or not.
is you take the tape and you put it backwards. And then, oh my God! He's got like a certain style.
I love when he tried to set up the HTC Vive. I love how half the video was setting it up. And it was like falling over and shit. It was great.
Sorry.
All I was gonna say is that like he's got a very unique style. He goes like the extra mile where like other people who do game videos just don't. And he gets some really juicy footage.
He has a great market and style and presentation, and it's very consumable, and everybody likes him.
Who are we talking about?
Dunkey.
Dunkey.
Video games.
Oh, Dunkey.
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 He has a
I
persona,
remember watching one of Dunkey.
kind of. Not
I remember
really.
watching one of Dunkey's videos and laughing so hard that I ended up fainting.
Yeah.
And that usually happens to me.
You actually fainted from laughing so hard?
That happens
Like
to me
actually fainted? Wow.
Yes. Like that actually happens to me quite frequently.
Oh, yeah?
Where I laugh so hard that I actually lose
Frequently
consciousness
watching
and,
his videos only?
well, not his videos, but just like when I'm watching something that I find
Oh,
particularly
wow.
funny.
That's crazy.
If I laugh hard enough, I will lose consciousness and fall face forward like this.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Well,
Don't watch any 9/11 footage.
Never watched that video of. Never watched that video of the guy going, "My favorite video game
Never watch.
is Banjo-Kazooie,
Yee.
Super Mario, and oh fuck."
Never watch the video B movie except every time they say B it speeds up, because that's the funniest video on YouTube.
Oh, I watched that last night.
Apparently.
And yeah, I didn't really get it.
Yeah.
I didn't get. There's nothing to get.
Or a Serbian
I
film.
mean, I kind of get it with Robbie Rotten and the Nut Shack, but why B movie of all things?
The B movie has been kind of like a bad meme for a long time, but now it's just
Yeah.
like ever since Bryn Daniel read the script or transcript, it's just kind of like hovered
It's
for the
going
past
crazy.
year, and now it's gone too far. There was a line and we crossed it, and it will never stop.
Just like
B
every
movie,
meme.
there's two. We need to stop.
I think we need to keep going. You don't even know what the B movie is.
We need to keep going, Mark.
Yes.
The B movie. Oh,
Okay, Mark.
Are you sure we need to keep going?
No, I
We
don't
need
think
to go
we're good.
deeper. Wow.
I think the greatest missed opportunity was the fact that I can never ever show Jerry Seinfeld my
Oh.
movie video.
Unless he unblocks you.
Yeah, maybe one day he'll smarten up and he'll realize, oh, hey, I guess it looks like other people can do jokes for free.
Man, look at that emoji. Look at that emoji of the Twin Towers.
Oh, my favorite.
Oh my god, that's
Dude,
so good.
love
I love that they
9/11
let you do that. Sorry?
You get 9/11 tattoo?
Oh.
It's like maybe like my pecs could be like my pecs could be the Twin Towers, and I move them, and it's like, oh, they're shaking, they're about to fall.
You could get like a... You could just have the Twin Towers on your fingers, so you could do a little animation like this. You're like the plane, like... Just like close your hands.
Like showing my infant son, like, this is what happens. This is a good joke. You're gonna learn this joke. This is gonna be the first joke you know.
I'm trying to remember. There is a movie that's coming out, like I would say in a couple of days, starring Will Smith. That's like looks like
Oh,
the Oscar
I wanna
bait of the
see it.
year.
It looks... Well, it's not going to get nominated for a single Oscar.
No,
but it may get
Oscar
nominated
bait.
for a Golden Globe. It may get nominated for a Golden Globe.
Sweep the Golden
But
yeah.
that looks so painful that I
Oh,
kind of want to
yes.
see it.
It looks
like I would kill myself in the theater.
It looks like a sequel to like what was this movie? Like 7 Lives? Was that it?
Oh, 7 pounds.
Or
Yeah.
7?
It looks
7
like
pounds.
he's trying to do the same kind of thing.
Yes.
But this looks somehow even worse. Collateral Beauty, if anybody's wondering what we're talking about.
Collateral Beauty.
God,
that was
the
the name.
reference to Twin
Oh.
Towers.
Oh
Nice.
my god!
Oh my god!
I can't believe that Jay is here. Oh my god! I cannot even remember that part.
Gorge.
That's like my best Rich Evans, which is like the worst Rich Evans.
Oh my god!
Hey,
I would imitate his laugh, but I don't think I can go
I
to
want
that.
that shack.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's a decent Rich Evans. That's it. You got it.
Yeah.
Two.
Yeah.
Like,
He's got like a
he
weird.
comes
like,
down from the
it
laugh.
really goes
like,
up.
a loud screech.
Yeah.
He'll laugh when like no one else is laughing too.
He
He's
sounds
like
like
he's
an
the
evil
loudest
Like the
person
Evil
in
Witch in
every best of the
cartoon.
worst. He's good though. I like
There's a
him.
few
Yeah.
people whose laugh is just pure fucking gold, and it's like Rich Evans, fucking Hyojin has like the best hyena laugh. She has like.
I don't think anybody in the stream knows who that is except
Okay,
maybe some
there's
commenters.
an animator who does stuff for Pyro. Her name is Squizzy, with a Z thrown in there for good measure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she has. If you'll see her like one of his Overwatch videos. She just like has a fucking hyena laugh, and she has like the most garbage mic anyone's ever purchased with real money, and it just emphasizes it. It's great, but just like laughs that can cure cancer.
Somebody asked if I've seen anything from Pony Smasher on YouTube.
From what the fuck?
Pony Smasher?
What the fuck is this?
Ponies, but let's see.
That sounds like pony porn.
Well, that's why I'm searching it. Sorry.
Like, meet real bronies, or are you down to fuck?
40 videos, animations, and short films
Pony
by
Smasher.
David F. Sandberg. Oh, Lights Out. Is this the director of Lights Out? What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, dude.
No.
If you didn't know, but Lights Out was like a Fur Fact movie.
Yeah, I didn't.
Didn't
Might check out his channel later. I don't know. Because Lights Out looks bad.
No, man.
It looks really
Lights Out
bad.
looks like a movie of quality filmmaking.
Yes.
Like, I love the most recent F in the Bag episode with like Mike doing the fake movie strip. Like, that was probably.
Haven't seen it.
Oh,
yeah, that was funny.
Fuck, dude.
I want them to make that movie. I mean,
Calm down.
I'm not.
Oh no, just like it's the most accurate like.
I'll
He's
see it.
making up a script.
Don't
like,
play it out. I
a
want to.
script
I want to. I
on
want to
the-
experience it without any.
No. I'm not telling what he did, but like just like he's making a script up at the top of his head, and it's amazing. It's great.
Okay.
It's supposed
I'll
to be
check it
better
out.
than a horror film that they saw.
Okay.
And it is. All I'd say is like they should like if they could rewind time, if they could Riley rewind, they should have stopped production on Cop Dog,
Space Cop Dog.
and just done this movie that they were talking about as a joke, as just a fucking goof. They could have done it as bad as they want. I don't even care. I think it would have been better than Space Cop. It's just like the movie that they came up with. It would have been a great parody film.
I think a Hillary Clinton presidency would have been better than Space Cop. Bam.
That's harsh.
Toes.
It's really, really harsh, my man.
I'm only just being honest.
Just you wait. They're
Fair
doing a
enough.
recount.
Oh yeah, I heard about those too.
Yeah, but like,
How many times are they going to recount it, though? And if they recount it in 3 states and find out that the numbers were like completely off, then does that mean that Hillary Clinton is then president-elect, or does that mean then they recount every other state then also? And then do they recount the recounts? We'll
The only
see.
thing-
I'm willing to just see what happens, but if let's say like that's how Hillary Clinton gets elected, then this is not real life, and this is just a shitty movie.
Jill Stein just wanted to get some money like Sanders. That's all.
It's funded by George Soros.
Oh,
It's funded by
my favorite
millennials.
human being,
your
My
favorite?
a real hero, and a real human being.
Let's play them out.
Turns out Jill Stein.
Sorry.
Got him.
What's this?
Nothing.
What's this?
I don't know.
What's
Ooh,
whoa,
what's this?
I'm so
Furry's
happy that
never- sorry.
I'm so
I knew
happy
you were gonna
that
say, but you stopped.
I'm so happy that Harambe got like over 10,000 votes. So that was pretty great.
What did? What got over to? Oh,
Harambe got
Harambe.
over
Yeah.
10,000 write-ins.
And
So
Gorilla.
funny.
I was not happy because I thought we were all done with like the worst joke of 2016, but turns out it's still around.
It's not
It beats Stein in
2017.
some state.
2016's fucked up. All bets are off,
Can't
man.
wait to say goodbye.
Never make a bet in 2016 because you're gonna be wrong. Except for my roommate that bet that Donald Trump would win the election. He got 2 pizzas.
Damn.
It's not, it could be 50-50. But everybody thought it was like 95-5, though.
Or like
Right.
Donald Trump has a 2% chance of winning, and then
Yeah.
as time goes on,
CNN and like MSNBC.
Oh,
Man, you know what sucks about this is like the media just shat the bed so hard in the past 2
Yep.
years, like particularly every form of media, whether it's like online media or or television media or newspaper or like print or anything. Like, and now nobody trusts media at all, which is fine because you really shouldn't. But it's giving rise to a lot of like alternative media. And so now
media, you meant?
And now people are sharing a lot of like conspiracy theories on like uncredible websites simply because now these uncredible websites are literally just as credible as any supposedly credible website. So it's just like now we have nothing but misinformation, and everybody seeking to confirm their biases is somehow more justified than ever. It's a very strange time we live in right now.
It's like Alex Jones. Obama's making so.
Trump is a goblin. He's running to a goblin's nest. In bed with the goblin.
I love how some people actually take Alex Jones seriously. It's really funny.
Oh,
yep.
Oh boy.
Like I thought for the longest time, like
Box's video.
Like this guy's like the biggest joke of all time, and everyone's taking him seriously.
Well, that's exactly what I was talking about. Like other forms of media have shat the bed so hard that now he's credible. Like now he's just as credible in the eyes of millions and millions of people that they can be like, oh yeah, I trust him because he calls out the other forms of media, right? Which are like a lot of the things he calls out makes sense to call out, and so then he gains people's trust by being like, "That's CNN's wrong, MSNBC is wrong, and all of them are wrong." And it's true; they're all wrong. And all they had to do was just not be so goddamn corrupt and not so goddamn unethical. Exact same thing that all Hillary Clinton had to do was just that. All the DNC had to do was just that. And now, since they just couldn't even accomplish that, we have Trump, we have Alex Jones. And nothing exists anymore.
And Mike Pence.
State of the world.
Yeah, Mike Pence.
Mike Pence.
The lightning god.
Mike Pence is awful.
The real Jerry Seinfeld. Adam's never seen Curb Your Enthusiasm. Sorry.
Yet. Does that have Blu-ray?
No.
Well, why would I ever watch it then?
Exactly. Wow.
Bum, 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 ba-da-da-da-da-da. Play us out.
I hope
my headphones don't go
hope
that
people
far.
like Rubin Report.
Hope people like what?
I hope people like Rubin Report get bigger and, you know.
Like who? Sorry?
Like that. The Rubin Report.
Oh, yeah.
He's
He's
cool.
nice. Yeah. I like him.
Yeah.
He's very... sometimes it seems like he has too many of the same guests on, but at least he challenges them in ways. Not in like really aggressive kind of questioning, but in a way where he can at least, you know,
he brings out
they can get their
question.
opinions out, and he can agree or disagree with them. You know.
I also like that the editing of the show is really light, so that you get really the full conversation.
It's a nice, calm sit down, a nice set and everything too.
Yeah,
he's a nice guy.
I think my favorite episode is when Rubin was doing
Milo.
Yeah.
In the butt?
He was interviewing Chris Ray.
And Sargon was watching from the
all he did was
background.
smile, and then Chris like leaked from his boy pussy.
Yeah.
It's like, senpai noticed.
Boy pussy.
It was I like that. I actually genuinely like that interview, but it was actually really kind of, in a weird way, it was kind of cute. He was like super nervous for like the first half. Like literally just like.
Well, I mean, he was like, why am I even here?
Yeah,
why was I invited on the show?
Yeah.
You know? Sometimes I feel that way too. When I'm in a professional environment. So like at the beginning of the Funhouse podcast, I'm like, Rooster Teeth is like a media giant. Like they're an internet media empire, very professional business, like an entire like office full of people, and they all have jobs. And I show up on the show, and the first thing you see is my Twitter handle, Too Gay to Lift. I was like, what a world.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't even belong here, man.
Just like when you got to Screen Junkie.
Yeah, I feel so like out of place everywhere I go. You know,
Movie Fight was really like out of place, but not because you were bad, just because like knowing the content you do and what the other panelists like, the content they do, it felt like two worlds apart.
It really was, and I mean, like, it was great experiencing it, and I love to be able, like, I mean, it was fun. I don't regret it at all. I had that Die Hard answer. That was the single greatest win in movie fights history. I will claim that as the single greatest win for any question in movie fights history.
And also the like just a different kind of like opinion, like just like best movie. I believe was from the 80s. You said Brazil, and then the other was like
it was 85 specifically.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Oh, 85. Sorry. So Brazil and Pee-wee's.
Yeah, let's not get too hung up on that. But I mean, like.
Yeah, no, but it's just I like the difference between like a lot of people that you sometimes will fight over at like movie fight.
Yeah, I don't really care about winning, and I think that was kind of evident on the show, especially with some of my answers. And I think that's like the biggest discrepancy in terms of like dynamic between me and everybody else on the show. Like everybody else seems to take it very seriously, and I'm just like this is you don't win anything, like regardless of whether or not there's a prize or respect. It's like one person deciding whose answer was better doesn't really mean anything, and so I don't. Yeah. Like, it's fun to be on the show and have a discussion, but it's like the whole competitive nature of it. Like, I don't give a shit, really. I don't. It's just like it means nothing to me, other than that I won the Die Hard question with Kavenjane Wallace, which I will always. That's why you got to go for answers like that. Yeah. That's why you got to go for really like good and out there answers, because if you do win, then you've made history. Single greatest win. I will claim that. Fight me, IRL. Movie fight me.
Too geek to lift.
Like YouTube celebrity boxing.
Yeah, with Onision and Leafy, I would pay to see that shit.
Now, Leafy, I'm gonna put some razor blades in your gloves. Go get them. Go get them, Tiger.
Why would you put these on the inside of my gloves?
Ow, my hands!
Literally inside of my gloves.
Literally. No, sorry. He doesn't say literally. He says literally. Literally. Gets rid of one syllable for no reason.
I mean, as Americans,
he goes for like the
British
pronunciation. Literally.
Literally.
Oh, I'd want to see Angry Joe fight someone. That would be pretty nice.
Angry Joe?
Yeah.
See how angry he gets?
Yeah.
He's saying, hey, you're making me mad!
Be right back, guys.
That's his pick.
That'd be great.
He doesn't need to block any punches, because the more you hit him, the more power he gets.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God, Joe's getting beat. No, he's just getting angry.
Okay.
Adam, I have a question for you.
And other YouTubers. One thing I
Ask
wanted
your
to
question
bring up
right after that.
Great, yeah.
Go for it.
Okay. I work for another YouTuber. I do his editing for him, and he pays me for that. And on the longer videos, what I sometimes do is I make references to other YouTubers. And in this instance, with a longer video I just did, I made a couple references to YMS.
Cool.
Particularly some music choices that you made, and that joke you did with Neil Breen and his realistic blood. You did it. Good job. I'm proud of you.
Cool.
That kind of thing. I was just going to ask you, if that was, okay.
Oh, sure. Yeah, go for it. I mean, I do it. I'd be a hypocrite if I got mad at that. Yeah. And I mean, like, if you feel like it, like having some sort of like credit in the video description would be super dank, but you don't feel too pressured. Don't feel like you're not allowed to if you don't do that. I've recently, with the newer videos that I've started uploading, like the longer form YMS reviews, I have now started including so many fucking links in the video description. If you look at the, I think both the Neil Breen video and especially the Childhood Trauma Part 1, I now source like every single like small video clip or like even just a layer on an effect. If I found it through YouTube, I source everything now just because
turn the video feature on.
I feel like I'm at that point where it's just like, why shouldn't I do that? Like you don't save any room in the video description. Anyway, somebody had a question.
Oh, sorry. I don't know if this has been touched on before, but I live in LA right now.
Oh yeah.
And I was wondering, how is being drunk at Disneyland? Because that sounds hilarious.
Fun. It was fun. I got on to, I snuck in some alcohol, and then as soon as so there was the two parks, the Disneyland and the California Adventure. Disneyland didn't really have any booze in it that I could just walk around with, so I snuck in some booze and drank it and had fun. Because I went by myself, I got to skip some of the lines for some of the rides because they allow single riders only to just go through the back or go through the exit. So Splash Mountain, I went on like twice right away. It was super fun. It was a little packed for a Monday because of Thanksgiving. I kind of didn't really I didn't anticipate that a lot of people would have time off, but I guess I forgot about American Thanksgiving. And then by the time I got to California Adventure Land later in the day, I was done drinking my home alcohol, and then I noticed that they were just selling beer on the street at California Adventure Land or whatever. So that was great. Ran into just random people in line and made some friends and in the lines just to make things less boring. And by the end of the day, I was there for like 13 hours because by the end of it, there were rides that I had previously considered them to be too unimportant for me to wait in line for an hour or whatever. But by the end of the day, the lineups were like 15 minutes long because everybody left. I was just like, okay, great. So the ones that were closing last were the only ones I hadn't been on. And so I was just like, oh, fuck it. And so I got to pretty much go on everything I wanted. So that was great. I enjoyed myself.
Yeah, and you probably got the last ride in the Tower of Terror before it comes the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, it was fun.
Nice.
Tower of Terror becomes the Guardians.
They're changing it to Guardians of the Galaxy themed.
Because Marvel and money.
It's not like the Tower of Terror isn't great though.
It's fun.
Yeah. But what will slapping the words Guardians of the Galaxy on it change?
It'll make people want to go to the thing because people give more of a shit about Guardians of the Galaxy than the Twilight Zone this current year. I don't know. We'll see.
Zone?
It is Twilight. Tower of Terror is Twilight Zone themed.
Okay.
And so it might have to do with them like running out of their copyright or something.
Yeah, maybe.
That's pretty bad. That's the best they can get reach into their bag of like intellectual properties and pull out. They're like, yeah, this one sold good. Just throw the name on it.
They need some Zootopia land or some shit.
Just get rid of Toontown. Make it Zootopia.
You just call it.
Just call it. Just have a bunch of furries fucking each other in the bouncy.
Call it Yiff Town.
Yep. Oh, they should have Nick's thing, that rejected idea. The place where all the predators go.
Oh, the shot collar thing?
The Predator Town.
Yeah.
No unattended children allowed.
My father is there. He'll be very pleased.
It's like the part of the zoo, like they actually like unleashed all the carnivorous animal, and you're like, oh, cool. I get to see a lion up close.
Mm-hmm.
Real life Hunger Games or some shit.
All right, I actually have to go. So
Planet Earth 4K resolution.
No problem. Thank you for joining.
All right, no
I
problem.
very much appreciate it. Thank you for your support.
Bye.
Later.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, if a furry is straight, are they still called a fur fag?
I would call him a fur fag just because I don't know. I'm just the kind of guy that if I can find a really self-deprecating term to use on anything that I associate with it, I'll use it. I think fur fag is a general term. I think, but I mean, there aren't that many straight furries, so fuck them. There's no such thing. There's only furries that haven't realized they're like bi yet or gay.
I want you to fuck me, Jerry.
Fuck me.
Fuck me.
Where's this going?
Are we quoting The Exorcist or something?
Sorry.
Jesus, fuck you. Let him fuck you.
Quite honestly, if they had a Zootopia like town in Disney World or something, like I think that would really drive up ticket sales. I don't see any reason why they shouldn't do it. That
There'd be diapers everywhere.
Sorry? Oh.
Sorry. It was like the obvious joke.
One of the complaints I have about Disneyland is it feels really dated. It feels incredibly dated, and it's like they really need to start utilizing some of their existing intellectual properties, but not just Star Wars and not just Marvel shit. You know, like Zootopia would be a really good idea. I think Zootopia would be a great idea. Any like new Pixar movie, it would be cool to have. What if Disneyland or Disney World had like a biology neuroscience center themed on Inside Out or some shit, you know, or an Inside Out roller coaster? That would be cool.
Or
What about we talk like
Andy's room?
what
Where
about
you're
like
the size of the toy?
what about
You
a
get to play
place
around
where
and
we
find
talk
out
about racial equality and everybody watches Song of the South? Like,
Yeah, boy.
Oh boy,
it's a good
sounds
idea.
like a good plan.
Yes.
Yeah, give me all the money, Disney.
Personally endorsed by Alex Jones.
They should have a finding. They should have a Finding Nemo section, and it's just the ocean. That's it.
I gotta find them.
Walk the plank.
They should have an Andy's room horror thing where you're in Andy's room and a big kid runs around trying to play with you.
It's a mechanical giant.
A giant mechanical robot,
tries to pick you up
and you dress up like Woody or Buzz Lightyear.
Can we
And
have
then
like? Can
And
we
then
have?
Megatron comes and fucks you over. The end.
Can we have like an existential horror themed amusement park? I think that would be cool. Where the entire thing is just like Synecdoche, New York, and it reminds you of your impending death.
Crippling depression, haunted house. That's amazing.
I think I'm gonna make that.
I think that's deep something like that.
Amusement park.
I think there would be some like beautiful like juxtaposition and like irony and art to be found in a Synecdoche, New York themed theme park. I could hit up Charlie Kaufman and be like, I've got the best idea. You're gonna make billions.
Billions.
Billions, Jerry.
I think.
Billions.
Banksy
I want you to make billions, Jerry. Billions.
Yes. Billiards.
Oh. Much better.
Yeah, I know. It's so weird that they have a Bug's Life section when it's like that wasn't even really a great movie.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Disneyland. I remember that. Banksy did something like that, right? I think
Yes.
that was his thing. Oh man, that would have been cool to go to. I am excited for the Before trilogy on Criterion. Because one of them, I forget which one, didn't even have a Blu-ray, and that's the only reason I didn't buy any of them. Is because I was waiting for a trilogy Blu-ray release. So, February, I think I'll be able to get it. It'd be nice if it was out before Christmas, because then that would be an easy thing for me to just put on my Christmas wish list. You know, it's tough. It's tough being a person that just like I can't even think of anything that I really want. You know. Which is like the most obnoxious first world problem in the world, obviously. Like it's so stupid. But it's like, I don't know. Things that I would want would be like a laptop upgrade, and I'm not gonna put that on my wish list for my family because that's like expensive as shit, right?
Yeah.
Like anything I want is like something work related that is an upgrade that is expensive. So it's just like I don't want to just say like, oh yeah, I want money to fund what I want to buy. So I gotta like make up all these things that I want. I'll just like, give them a list of like a couple Blu-rays that I don't have. Yeah. Woe is me.
Oh.
I don't know. I remember a few years, probably like 1 year ago. I remember everything that I wanted on my Christmas list was like little minuscule shit, and I just bought it with all my work money. And when Christmas came around, my parents were like, "So what do you want?" I'm like, "Oh, there's the problem."
Oh yeah, it's like when you've taken care of it yourself already, and it's just like
in my head, like I had the money, and like even my dad said like, "Oh, you could wait for Christmas." I was like, "Why would I do that? Like I have nothing else to buy except this. There's nothing else that I want."
Yeah, I don't know. I almost prefer at this point just to like, if someone gets me a gift, it's just something that like I didn't even consider or know existed, or just like, you know, some thoughtful thing, even like a joke gift or something, or like, I don't know, tickets to a live show or like a performance or something, like, I don't know, or like dinner, you know.
Diapers,
which is my dinner.
Cripple babies.
I already am.
Cripple baby. Shit. What am I gonna do next April Fools?
Oh, there's a scene in Hulk 2003 which is almost as stupid. I think I put it on your subreddit a while ago.
The scene in what?
It's a scene from Hulk 2003.
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
I want to watch that movie again.
It's
Ang
so
Lee.
bad. It's beautiful.
What did you do? Ang Lee. What a guy. What hath he doth done?
Well, I don't know. Maybe you could make Tyrone a tradition.
Well, I mean, it is, based on just 2 years of doing it in a row.
Yeah.
We'll see if I continue the tradition. I do kind of like the idea of using April Fools as an excuse to make a radically different video on my channel, and people just accept it because the implication is that it's not a new thing or a new direction that the channel's going in. I like using that excuse to just be creative and do something. Simon Killer should be on Criterion, but it is on the Eureka Masters of Cinema collection, which is similar to Criterion. I find it funny that your last name and your username is Campos, which is the same last name as the director of Simon Killer. Christine was also very good. The Handmaiden's coming out in like a couple months on Blu-ray. I'm very excited. Somebody said it was NC-17 in chat, which is very unfortunate. It sucks that you can pretty much just guess that any movie with sex, like any sort of extended or passionate sex scene in it, you can just guess that it'll be NC-17 in America, especially if it's not heterosexual sex.
Well, yeah.
It's very unfortunate that it's no, can't have any under 18-year-old watching that with the supervision of an adult.
This is how we get our trigger warnings. I don't want to see the game in touch. I don't want the game in.
I don't want to see the
The
game.
Gaiman.
No more gaming.
I want to see the Gaben touch.
I want to see
I think
Gabe.
we should shock them all and teach them not to be gay.
Sounds like a good plan.
Hi, I'm Mike
Hashtag-
Pence.
Oh, no.
SVP. I will shock thee.
All we can do is just hope
the
that.
Room got by with an R rating.
Sorry, what got by with an R rating? Sorry.
The Room got by with an
The
R rating.
Room. Well,
All this.
I mean, but that's not really graphic sex. That's
They
Like
want to
they
keep
could-
people out of the movie.
it's just it's not graphic sex at all. It's just really annoying and
sex.
awkward and long-winded and
Sex.
yeah, and it's still straight sex. So I mean, I wouldn't expect that to be
Room or the room?
the Room.
It's belly button sex.
The Room. Yeah. The better movie.
I was gonna be yeah, there was some really awkward sex in Room.
Okay.
Oh, well, implied.
In my mind.
Rape is really fun, guys.
I bet it is.
Down the language of it. It's detective. We were just having awkward sex. It wasn't rape. It was just awkward sex.
Don't give them good excuses.
Now we've all had our fair share of awkward sex.
Yeah,
I remember my first.
especially when they told me to
I
stop.
raped. Sorry. Oh god.
Excuse me. What if God was one of us?
I played a really interesting PC game actually. It was called We Are Cops or some shit. I can't remember.
Oh, that sounds. No, I heard some things about it.
It's really good. You play a police
Cop?
chief. You play a police chief who's something's happening with the mayor or something, and he tells you in a certain amount of time you're gonna get laid off because he's gonna be kicked out of office, and he's you're coming down with me.
What a dick.
And you're an honest cop. You're an honest cop. You're an honest police chief and everything. And you make a vow to yourself that you have to make $500,000 within that time period. And you will. And the game is it gives you the choice to do anything. So you can you pocket evidence like guns and cocaine, and then you sell it to the mafia or something. You can, if any of it's you manage an entire precinct. So you send cops out on calls. It was crazy. There was a moment in the game, and like I swear to God, I'm not bringing this up because it's like controversy, but this happened in the game, and it was so organic and kind of cool. There was a feminist protest that happened in the city, and I didn't send any cops. I ignored them just because I was like, oh, I'll see what happens. Like, what if I just ignore if I don't send any cops to them? Because I keep sending out cops. I'm like, well, what happens if you don't send cops? Apparently, the feminists in the city, and it's all fiction, by the way. Just in case somebody just got into this.
You don't control real life police situations?
No, in case somebody just like tries to isolate this part of the conversation. It's like, and what did Mark say about feminists?
Cut now. Start the clip now.
And so I didn't send any cops to the feminist protest, and they came back and they're like, no, fuck all cops and everything. And they're like, hated me. And they said that they demanded that by a certain date, I had to have 50% of my cops had to be female. So I had to fire half my staff.
You had to
hire. So I had to.
Theoretically based on there. Okay, yeah.
I honestly tried my hardest to get nothing but like 50% female cops. It's impossible. It's actually impossible. And they hated me anyways. And it's like, it is crazy. Yep. It's like the
not real life.
Hypocrisy.
Not real life.
It was incredible. So I had some really funny experiences. There was a guy, like a rich mob guy. He's like, hey, he's like really rich. He's like, I'll give you some money and everything if you hire my son Percy. He's an idiot. He's literally like dyslexic and he's like part retarded. Like it's just
a lightning thief.
Like, he literally the worst cop ever. And he's like, hire him and you have to give me your word. You can't fire him. So I sent him out on every single job, and I exhausted him to the point where he was like about to die. He's like, please, can I just have one day off? I'm like, no, Percy. Oh, there's a bank robbery. I think you should just go, just Percy. It's like a hostage situation. And Percy kept like civilians dying. The perps always get away. Percy keeps fucking up. And then for some reason, Percy would never die. He would never get like shot in the line of duty, which is what I was trying to have happen.
That's so funny.
Eventually, I had to pay the mob $1,000 to have him offed. It was actually, I like this game. It's really incredible. It's something like VR Cops or something.
Can you?
I just found it on Steam.
This is the police.
Yeah, this is the police. What? This is the police.
This is the police.
Jay-Z, man, no. You're saying too much about Arrival. So I'm scrolling up in the comments, and now I can't read anyone's chat for the next like 5 minutes because you did that, and Mark hasn't seen it yet. So I'm covering up the chat. You have seen Arrival?
Yeah, but
are you going to see it again for a second time tomorrow? Then? Okay, cool. Well, but still, like now, I'm like it
was like literally yesterday.
Well, I guess I can move the chat back. But yeah, no, I'm gonna have to ban you if you do like kind of spoilery shit in chat. Okay.
Yeah,
especially
warning.
like especially from a movie that just came out.
Yeah, it's in theaters right now. Like.
At the end of Citizen Kane, he was an alien. Sorry. Spoiler, it's an old movie. Fuck you. Stop complaining.
Yeah.
Yes, it has Mac support. Awesome. I'm going to have to try this game
Well, that's the only reason Mark would be able to see it or play it, so...
Oh,
Mark doesn't have a PC. Oh, yeah, you do have a PC now.
Yeah, I just got
You got Uni's old one.
Yeah, I gotta get it set up, though.
Now you can play Antechamber.
Oh.
Now you can play...
2-player.
The Witness. Although you always could because you had a PS4.
Yeah.
Man, my brother might be listening right now, but I want to gift him The Witness for Christmas. He has an Xbox One, and it exists on Xbox One, but there's no disc copy, and you can't like I don't know how. If I want to purchase it, it doesn't give me a code. It just goes to my account. I don't want to just give him a fucking Xbox gift card and then say like you have to spend it on this.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
It's either you kind of almost have to do that unless you can find a disc copy. Because like maybe just
if he had Steam, I could gift it to him on Steam, but I don't he doesn't have a PC. So
oh yeah.
So I need to get it for him on Xbox, Xbone, but I can't. I wish there was a disc. If there was a disc for The Witness, I would buy it for myself also because I love that fucking game. No solutions. First world problems. I am the most underprivileged and oppressed individual in society.
Yeah, obviously.
I got called racist the other day for
Good.
being white.
You are.
Okay, but I didn't say anything racist this time. Ooh, so reasonable doubt.
This time.
Full salam.
It's called reasonable doubt, Your Honor. Reasonable doubt.
One day when I start associating myself with nothing but neo-Nazis and people call me out on Twitter, I'm just going to be like, well, I hired Mark, so... I mean, like, I haven't done anything worse since then.
You know
Have you heard what Mark says? You know
what the best part was? Is I said that on Facebook, and my mom commented, it's like, you do get yourself into situations, Mark. Like, super passive aggressive. I was like...
Like you guys would be,
Thanks, Mom.
My mom, who actually thinks I'm a neo-Nazi.
Mark, you'd be the kind of guy who would like go to the Eric Andre show and you would say like, "Oh, you said that about Jews," and you'd be like, "Yeah, I did."
Oh yeah, I'd be like, and here's another thing about Jews, and I just.
Oh no, that'd be so good. Oh my god.
You want to know what else
It
about
should have
Jews,
been
Eric?
you. Oh no. I could only imagine the reaction that would get from like the crowd and him, and
What if it was
just
purple?
fantasizing it in my head.
I'd like, and then I'd
I
be
got some
like,
good footage from that show.
yeah, no, that was great. I'd say like, and that last name, Andre, he thinks you might be black. Like,
Okay.
he thinks.
Yeah.
Oh yes, Mark is stripping. Oh shit.
I wish I saw that.
Oh my god, I missed it. Fuck.
What?
Wet.
I don't know what you're talking about.
In reaction.
Let's see what La La Land is. The release date. Because I think it comes out this month, right? Or next month? Let's see. Oh, January? There's no, come on. Let's see, what is it?
Was
November. Okay, it was AFI Fest on the 15th, but I missed it there. December 9th. Very soon. Also, the Tuesday right before that, so I think December 6th, The Last Guardian comes out. So, Mark, is The Last Guardian a game that you'll want to have like a separate individual experience of? Like, should we stream it, both of us? Or should we stream them like solo separately? Or
that's a hard one.
Because if I, like, let's say I buy it on Tuesday, if you want to just like beat it yourself before Sunday and then stream it with me on Sunday, we could do that.
Yeah, because I was kind of thinking that like, I think it would be better as like, I'm getting the impression I'm getting it'd be better if the both of us did it and kind of experienced it. But like,
but you just want to actually get your own experience out of it.
Yeah.
But if you do that, if I buy it and sorry,
would I be ruining your experience?
This is the only way you would be ruining my experience. Is if you do that thing that you always do, and you're like, "Ooh, get ready for this part."
Oh,
like, don't do any of that shit. Don't do any. You always do it. You always do it. And then I call you out, and you're like, "I didn't say what happened. I'm just like, I just want you to expect that there will be something happening in the next 30 seconds." I'm like, no, fuck. You can't keep doing that to me, Mark.
Adam, and, be careful of this thing that's going to come around the corner. Mark, I didn't tell you what it was.
You're getting really close to a boss fight. You should save or like. That will be my one request. Okay. I will buy the game and I will let you borrow it and beat it. But you cannot do that.
Okay.
You cannot do that.
You're gonna like this part.
The only way you can like prepare yourself
that's
for anything coming up is you would be like if let's say you were in the middle of saying something and you know a part's coming up that I should pay attention to, then just like very subtly just like
focus
lead off your conversation or just like just stop talking ish. And then maybe I might notice that, and maybe I might not. But.
I think where that comes from is like part of me gets really excited for somebody to enjoy something. I go, "What's this?" Like it does ruin the moment. Yeah.
I can't wait. It looks fun.
How many
in my mind?
Holy shit!
Sorry.
How many years has everyone been waiting?
12. For 12 years to make.
12 years of boredom.
Still want Half-Life 3, though.
Well, yeah. We're waiting on that.
Gaben! Just shake my fist at the sky. Gaben!
Happened.
All right, I better take off. Thanks for the call, guys.
Thank you very much for joining, and thank you for your support.
Thank you.
I very much appreciate
No
it.
problem.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Boy. 12
Boy.
years a boy.
It took 12 years to make.
It's been 12 years and you're still a boy.
Well,
You would be if you were
Yeah,
12 years old.
technically, I mean, you would be a boy still.
yeah.
Technically, nah. I
And
can't get this shit out of my head. Now look at this net that I just found. It's too catchy. Last recording date I had, I started playing it on the piano when I was bored. Just like learned it.
We are number one.
Yeah.
I used it like an instrumental version that somebody made in one of the speed editing videos. The last speed editing video I did, which is really funny.
Cool.
It's like it's so upbeat and just
You know which one?
catchy and
Sorry.
it, like really carries the video along. Yeah.
You know which one's my favorite? Is the MIDI version. So somebody exported the entire
B movie script.
no. So somebody like imported the entire We Are Number One song, so like dialogue and everything, and then imported it into a MIDI software that translated every single individual pitch that could be played on a piano keyboard, and then just had it play in that. So it's like the lines of dialogue that exists. You're hearing piano notes, but since you're hearing the exact same pitches of just a regular voice, so it would be like if I can think of an example of something that, yeah. So like at the beginning when the guy says like, well, technically, nah. Instead, it would just be piano notes going like, and it's like you start to hear the real words even though they're not there because you're familiar with them and because it's the exact same pitch. And it's the weirdest like mind fuck. It's so weird. I love it. Look it up. The We Are Number One MIDI video. I can send a link or something if anybody wants to see it. But it's I think that's my favorite of the meme right now. Let's see.
Favorite meme.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
What's your
Chad does
favorite?
Robbie makeup tutorial guide copy. Real. Explicit.
Real. On tape.
Oh, here we are. We Are Number One MIDI. I think this is the
That
one.
stretched image.
Oh my god. Isn't that crazy? If you're really familiar with the dialogue. Sorry. I'll play this video later. I'll link it to you people.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
so funny. I discovered what black MIDI is also.
I've just found out.
Very weird.
I just discovered like this month, like what the blacks are. It's amazing.
I know, right?
Yeah.
You turn on the lights and then
But yeah,
they're everywhere.
yeah, what the fuck? Hiding everywhere. In my
It's like lights out. You're going to bed. You turn it off. There's just like a room full of black people outside your door. It's like you just turn. You duct tape the light on. You go to bed.
Wow.
All right.
Gotta keep them out. Gotta keep them out.
Well, keep my voice high. Boy's voice high. You gotta keep him dry.
My angel boy. My hat's right there.
It's a good hat.
It is a good hat.
Totally a cat.
I had the
Yeah, you're a cat.
beanie though.
I'm not.
I missed it. It's like this
Cats
one
are
isn't the
dumb.
same. I went to the same fucking store and tried to look for the same beanie and they didn't have it. Sorry, toque, whatever.
Is the cat your persona?
No, it's a horse.
Oh, right.
I thought this was common knowledge.
No, well, I'm not in the fur fact community. So.
I know. I know, but you know what's really funny is like I have a furfag Twitter, but it's just basically my repurposed personal Twitter that I started like in 2010 or whatever. And so like, I don't know, apparently family members still follow it, but I post a lot of furfag shit on it, and I'm just like, if I ever get confronted, I'm just gonna have to straight up ask them, like, why do you even follow that shit? Just unfollow me. But somebody, I tweeted out like a very like lewd image that, I mean, you could call it porn, but there wasn't really any genitals. I mean, but anyway. And then I tweeted it out because I was like, why are his nipples lactating? And it was like Zootopia porn, basically. someone responded like I opened this up and I was at Thanksgiving dinner and everybody saw. I was like, this is what you get for following my furfag Twitter. It's what you get. This is your fault. Terms and conditions. I might have to update my my description and just say like, view this Twitter profile at your own risk. You know, I'm not going to tweet that shit on my film review Twitter. What with like actual professional people following me now, despite the Twitter handle.
Too gay to live.
Which is really funny. Yeah, right?
It's like a stage name.
Yeah, I would have had I literally would have had the username "You're nasty and a bitch" because I just wanted to make a cyberbully reference when I made it. I would have had the username "You're nasty and a bitch," but it was too many characters, so now I have "Too Gay to Lift" instead. And when I made it, I was like, I wasn't even thinking that I would use Twitter professionally. I was just like, you know.
I think my stage name would be "Fix the Fern Back."
I think my stage name would be Full Frontal and Party at the Back.
Yes, perfect stage name.
Yeah,
I think mine would be Sweary 65.
Yes, Sweary. Sweary, where can I find it?
Man, I want him to make more games. Sweary.
Didn't he officially retire?
Did he? Didn't Hayao Miyazaki officially retire 8 times? No one in Asian countries ever really retires. They work until they die. Whether it's a democratic society or not.
They drink immortal juice and they live forever. They don't die of old age. They go into the shadow.
Japanese people don't retire. They pretend to and then realize their life has no purpose and then come back as many times as it takes. What is Charlie Kaufman doing now is a good question.
Is a question we need answers.
Yeah. Do I think I'll see a movie that I'll call 10 out of 10 before the year ends? Maybe. La La Land is a potential film.
What have you?
Is potential as in I might change my rating. Sorry, what?
Is there a movie you ever give 10 out of 10?
Every year there's movies I give 10 out of 10.
Really? The dice I remember is 9.
Go look at my Birdman review or my Her review or
I'm pretty sure that was a 9. Well, numbers. I don't.
I'm pretty sure I gave it a 10.
Okay, no, it's fine.
What was I looking at? Oh yeah, Charlie Kaufman. But yeah, The Handmaiden, I can change my rating from like a 9 to 10 to a 10 on my second watch. I think that it has that potential. Oh my god, my watch list is quads. I have 1,111 films on my watch list. I've got all ones.
You should celebrate.
No.
You're number one, Adam.
I'm gonna hit 500k subs next month.
Oh shoot.
I might be. Oh, it is Chaos Walking. What the fuck is this? Anyway, yeah, I might be like visiting family when that happens. It might be before I leave for Christmas or whatever, but who knows? What the hell is Chaos Walking? Oh, he's not even directing it. A dystopian world where no women and all living creatures, where there are no women and all living creatures can hear each other's thoughts in a stream of images, words, and sounds called noise. What the fuck? This sounds great. It's already in my watch list, so I must have looked at this before, but what the hell is this? Man, who the hell's Doug Liman? What has he directed? I'm sure he's got to have directed something.
Doug Liman is the nostalgia critic. No.
Oh shit! Sweet.
That's Doug Walker.
Doug Walker's gotten better over time. Oh fuck! He directed. This guy directed Edge of Tomorrow, and he's doing a Charlie Kaufman script. Jumper, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. No. If there was ever concern that like the vision of my favorite screenwriter might get tampered with, I think now's the time to be concerned. How is he making this many movies? How is this guy directing all these movies within like 2 years? I guess some of them are just announced. Justice League Dark, Edge of Tomorrow 2. Yeah, Chaos Walking 2018. I'm concerned.
More like
I'm very concerned now.
Death Stranding.
You're funny. You're a funny man.
It's not a joke. It's not...
I'm just impressed that they.
You're a funny man, Mark. He will kill you last.
I'm impressed they managed to resist the urge to call it Edge of Yesterday or something.
Yeah. They should have.
Days from now.
They have plenty of time before the movie even gets a trailer to change the name this time. They could call this one Live, Die, Repeat, Live, Die, Repeat.
Again.
Oh, yes. Perfect.
Live, Die, Repeat tomorrow, yesterday, repeat, yesterday, tomorrow.
Or Edge of Tomorrow.
Oh,
like,
fuck, boys!
God,
Ooh, we got it! We figured it out!
Call him now. Call the director. Tell him. He has to outdo Too Fast, Too Furious.
2 Edge, 2 Tomorrow, 2. Tokyo Drift.
2 Edge.
Yeah.
2 Edge.
2 Edgy for Tomorrow.
Tokyo Drift.
Featuring Paul Diesel.
It's just a picture of like Reaper. Why?
Yeah, I love it. I love it when people comment on the video I made and say that I don't understand time travel, but they don't understand time travel.
But they don't understand movies.
Well, it's not I'm not calling it out as in like, oh yeah, this is how time travel should work. I'm literally just saying this is how the film explained itself and this is not how it works. The film contradicted its own rules. That's the only time I have an issue. I don't care how time travel works in a movie as long as it's consistent, you know?
I know. I've seen some like time travel movies that like they just don't get it right, and then I get so frustrated in the theater that I stand up and I openly piss in the theater in front of everybody. It's like, we're gonna stand for this shit?
Real time travel.
Which movie was that you did that in? So Mark actually pissed on a seat in the movie theater.
Oh.
Interesting.
It was The Informant.
The Informant.
I literally stood up, said, "Hey everybody, fuck this shit!" And I whipped out my dick and I took a piss on the seat next to me, and everyone watched in horror.
This is before I knew him.
I was like, "Hey everybody!"
He's not kidding.
What a powerful say that was.
He's not even like exaggerating. Is the issue?
And I walked out. Or it'd be best if I sat in the piss. Be like,
that'd be pretty good.
My face, like, just let everyone else kind of the piss smell creeps into the rest of the theater. I sit there smiling, knowing what I've done. Everyone knows what I've done.
Now you know the horrors.
That should be a Patreon milestone or a goal. Mark openly pisses in a theater again, part 2.
Kenny will do it for free.
If you do it enough times, maybe they'll stop selling bad movies.
Can't you get like registered as a sex offender for like pissing in public? You could have been a registered sex offender for doing that, Mark.
And now you're just an unregistered sex offender.
Yeah, now you're an unregistered sex offender. You've done the deed, you've committed the crime, but you didn't get caught.
Now he's just admitting to it after the fact.
Well, you can't like get charged for admitting to a crime that no one can prove even happened. So if someone's if someone saved, like if the theater chain cut off a piece of the chair and saved the DNA and we're waiting for someone to fess up, and as soon as you do this, they're like, "We got him, ladies and gentlemen, we got him," and they're watching this stream, and then they want to do a DNA like test to see if like you are the father of that chair baby, then maybe you could get in trouble for it. But admitting to a crime, you could just go up to a police officer and say like, "I smoked a shit ton of meth yesterday," and even if it was true, there's nothing really they can do about it. You know, especially with drugs, it's like they care about possession, but they can't really. You can't go to jail for having done drugs in your life. It's just about possessing it, right?
You can confess to a crime though.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, but they can.
I'm not
they
saying
can
that
really-
there's no such thing as like a false confession of being able to like go to jail over something that you confess to. But if you can't prove that the crime even happened, it doesn't matter what you confess to. If you were like, oh yeah, I stole like $500, even if you did, if there's nobody that like reported the money stolen to the police and you're not a suspect or anything, like there's nothing that will happen. You can't go to jail for words.
I think that'll be my serial killer key.
Wow.
Like, I'll commit the crime so perfectly there'll be no evidence, and then confess to it, and then just get away
Like
with
OJ.
it every time. Yeah.
Crime.
Get away from crime. Oh my god, it's 311. Investigate.
Nope.
Investigate 311.
Yes. I can't wait for season 5. I hope it exists. We need it.
It's as you mentioned though, it is starting to get hard to do this show because like everyone's just on his back now.
What do you mean? As
He's
in, like,
starting-
people recognize him?
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, I can see that. You know, it's like I'm hoping that Nathan For You is able to continue doing what he does as well. And you know what? We should all just be very, very thankful that these two shows have gotten like 3 and 4 seasons. Because usually shows that are that good only get like 2 seasons and then are canceled. You know?
Yeah.
That's usually what happens.
Instead, we will get 11th season of The Big Bang Theory.
I would, yeah.
Ooh,
The Gang Bang Theory.
Sheldorf.
The Big Gangbang Theory.
Yeah, it's my favorite, dude.
What do you
Penny
think is the best novel adapted to a film adapted from a
The
novel?
best movie adaptation from a book? I don't know.
Godfather?
Fuck.
Bridge to Terabithia. I cry every time.
Dude!
I still haven't seen that.
Sorry, what?
I still haven't seen that. That's like 2007, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's not
I'll probably watch it for. Well, I'm
Do a
gonna see it.
YMS of it. Do a YMS of it.
I've never seen it.
Oh, dude.
Actually, no, it might actually be worth a YMS.
A YMS to what?
Is it bad?
YMS of-
Bridge to
Oh, it's
Terabithia.
bad.
Okay.
Bridge.
Well, I'll watch it anyway.
I mean,
I was a
it
little
deals
kid.
with a topic that one of the scene in the movie is really well dealt with,
Mhm.
but the rest of the movie is really bad.
Cool.
I guess it's
Yeah, there's-
generic.
there's-
I guess it's
Hello.
generic in the end. Yeah.
Oh my God, we've got a well-dressed Hangout participant. How are you doing, Renan?
Rayman.
Renan?
Rayman Legends.
Hi.
Sorry, I'm literally in a wedding right now. But I
That's
just wanna
perfect.
That's
Oh my God.
In a wedding, but I mean, YMS.
Can you
is-
show us the bride and groom? This will be a Google Hangout. First, we'll make history. Are any of your family members a fan of my channel? That would be a good wedding gift if they liked my shit. I would be like, hey, what's up?
Make Adam the
Best
bomb.
wishes.
This is legendary. Thank you for doing this. This is great.
No,
Oh my God. How was the wedding?
And well, if you live in a third world country and then go to a really, really rich people's wedding, it's kind of, meet people here, but whatever.
A lot of crime. Oh.
Yeah, I'm in Brazil, so
As soon as you said really scummy third world country, I just immediately assumed Brazil. So I'm not even kidding. I was like, yeah, Brazil.
Racist?
I got Brazilian
Fair.
fans. I got there's a bunch of people that live in Brazil, and then Brazil seems interesting, but I would never want to go there. Would never want to go to Brazil. But stay out.
Stay out.
Oh yeah, speaking of.
living here for 18 years. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh wow. Let's see when Get Out comes to theaters. I think that might be January or something. By one of the Key and Peele guys, directed by Jordan Peele, and the trailer looks pretty good. Let's see the release date. I think
I have a question. I have a question.
Yes,
During the
go for it.
festival During the festival that you went to, was the
Yes.
movie Miss Sloane shown?
Miss Sloane. I think maybe. Let's see. I can look it up on IMDb. Whenever you can actually look up just by clicking on the release date information.
No, I was just wondering if you had seen it like beforehand because
No.
I'm sort of
no.
curious about
Jessica Chastain.
Yeah, Jessica Chastain. Yeah.
All right, in theaters December 9th. So it will rival with La La Land, apparently.
Oh,
Good
fuck.
luck, Miss Sloan.
Yeah, good luck, Miss Sloan.
Yeah, it was at AFI Fest.
Yeah.
But I only saw the M Night movie at AFI Fest. Directed by John Madden.
John Madden.
John Madden. Ayu. John Madden.
9999.
Football.
Exclamation point! Exclamation mark! Exclamation.
Snake.
Okay. Yeah, this video is.
Joanne Madden. Madden.
Do people know what we're talking about?
No, we can
keep like
it
the
that way.
best video.
It's not
Here comes another Chinese earthquake.
Talking about the football man.
I know. John Madden. Sorry?
You know the new upcoming movie that I bet you're gonna love? The Life is Strange movie?
Sorry, did you say Doctor Strange movie or a Strange movie?
No, Life is Strange.
Remember Life is Strange. Oh, fuck.
Yes.
Doctor Strange.
I want to see if that has an
spiritual
IMDb.
movie.
Oh no! Well, no, sorry. The IMDb's for the video game. I see that. Ashley Burke.
Guarantee YMS review.
Oh.
Hope it stars Tommy Wiseau.
I don't know. I mean, and can everybody just like criticize Ashley Birch for spelling Ashley wrong? Be like, you should blame yourself for that one. I know you didn't get a choice, but she should blame herself, really. Who spells Ashley that way?
It is pretty lazy.
It's the worst spelling of Ashley ever. Don't you hate it when parents are like giving their kid like a really popular common name and they're like, we'll just spell it a little different.
Oh god.
And it's just like, I know.
Poster and the title must come down.
What? Oh, that? Yeah, that looks like shit.
It just reeks of
Ashley
like
Birch.
that kind of movie.
Yeah, of course. It's the font.
Those kind
like, it's Helvetica, I think. Whatever.
It's got all the wreaths.
Sorry.
They're not. What are they actually? They're not wreaths. They're like the
wreaths.
The Greek. Is it?
Well, let's see.
It's the Greek like.
Those are I would consider those wreaths. For like the film festival little things that show up.
I'll call them Greek wreaths.
It's always funny when a sorry.
I was just gonna say it has a bunch of them, and it's like they're probably all bullshit.
No, yeah, I'm reading them right now. There's like 5 wreaths on the poster for "Must Come Down" starring Ashley Birch, and it's like, wow, we were official selection at CineQuest Film Festival and Newport Beach Film Festival.
Newport Beach.
And Phoenix Film Festival and Salt Lake City Film Festival. We didn't win any awards, but we were one of the films that like
We were picked.
we were there to fill up time because nobody gives a shit about our film festival. We were just one of the we were a movie that like they were forced to accept because they didn't have many people sending in films.
They put it in the background so the janitor can have something in the background when he's cleaning the cinema or something like that.
If I make a film, I'm gonna send it to like every fucking festival. You know? Every festival. But Cannes, most importantly. That'd be cool.
Best in show. Send it to the Darwin Awards. Send it to Broadway.
All right, what were we talking about? Yeah, the trailer for Get Out is pretty great. It comes out in February. February 24th. So that's something to look forward to. Who sounds like they're on a bus? Oh no, that's the wedding, isn't it?
Wedding is happening on a bus.
Sorry.
No, that's all right. It's funny.
It's the Grand Tour wedding.
I appreciate that we have a wedding.
Jeremy Clarkson,
in the stream.
James May, and Richard Hammond.
Charlie Kaufman has a co-writing credit with Chaos Walking. Let's see.
I want to see the new car show with those three.
The Grand Tour. I've checked out the first episode. It's the good stuff.
Well, if it's those three,
They killed Jeremy Renner and Armie Hammer in the first episode. It's pretty good.
All right, let's see who Jamie Linden is, who has the co-writing credit with that Charlie Kaufman movie.
He looks really familiar. I don't know why.
I know he does. Like he has that face, but I don't know. So he wrote. There's a movie called 10 Years. That's my album title. They stole it. I've been working on this album for 10 years. Fuck you. It's my property.
Let's be honest. This was
Dear John, We Are Marshall, and Money Monster. I'm not looking forward to the new Charlie Kaufman movie, but I have to see it. Wow, shit. Damn it. Well, I hope this gets him some money so that he can actually do things. You know what would be actually great is if, of course he would never say this because like he wouldn't be able to, he would be blacklisted if he ever said this. But if he made a movie that he knew for a fact was just like, he wrote something that was just such like bullshit, but he knew it would sell. Like he just made a really sellable movie for the explicit purpose of funding something after the fact. He's like, oh yeah, I'll make a movie with the director of Edge of Tomorrow and the screenwriter of We Are Marshall and Dear John. Like, how do we think that's going to turn out? How much influence do we think Charlie Kaufman's going to have over the screenplay, really? Like, if he writes something in a way that he truly loves it, I think he's just going to wind up being disappointed. And I think he knows enough about the industry to know not to do that. I think he's going to have to intentionally write something that he knows is just kind of bullshit. So I'm interested to see what it is, I guess. It's definitely not going to feel like a fucking Charlie Kaufman movie. But we'll see.
Hopefully it'd be like Arrival, where Arrival had like a screenwriter who didn't have the best track record. I think the only other films I could think of is The Thing, the remake to The Thing, and that's the only other film, and Arrival turned out to be good, so fingers crossed. I don't know.
Yeah. But I mean, like, whenever a director has control over the project, it's like sometimes the writer doesn't even matter in a sense. You know? Sometimes the writer is just there to give him a script, and then he's just decides how, like, the director like interprets the script really and just decides how they want to show it. So that's why any what's his name? David Fincher movie turns out great is because he's the director, and it doesn't even matter who writes it. You know. Yeah, Arrival in the top 250. Fascinating.
Cool. Frankly, I liked The Arrival a little better.
Yeah, look at when you search up Arrival on IMDb, there's like Arrival, The Arrival, Arrivals, Arrival 2, Arrival, Arrival 2, The Arrival, and Arrivals with 2 R's. Like, what are all these movies? And half of them don't have years. So I mean, they're in production. They're
timeless.
Somehow
timeless.
Yeah. What is this? What is this one with 2 R's that already has a sequel listed?
It's about pirates.
Arrival. Do what you want, because a pirate is free. You are a pirate.
It's the 9th movie in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, yeah, they're making another one, aren't they?
Yeah. Wow.
Because Johnny Depp needs the money right now.
Oh, fuck.
He's not been in a good film in a long time.
Well, Black Mass. Yeah, Black Mass.
That was.
What do you guys think of the Cars 3 trailer?
It looks like shit. And my tweet is all I want to like. It describes my thoughts on it. It's incredibly entertaining to see how people are so easily manipulated by just basic editing. And people think I'm being really fucking pretentious by saying that, but it's fucking true. You know, it's accurate about Cars 3.
Oh, Cars 3.
The trailer for Cars 3.
Yeah.
It's like it's just Cars basic 3, editing. And
Cars 3 Arrival.
And already it's like
Arrival.
It's
Arrival.
It's so infuriating that like I can't even tell if all of these clickbait articles that came out immediately after saying, is Cars 3 going to be actually good? Or is Cars 3 going to be the darkest film in the Pixar film? Yeah, or like is Cars 3 going to be too dark for kids? Is it going to be an adults film now? I can't even tell if these shitty clickbait websites are serious or if they're just paid. And I can't even like. It's sad when you can't even fucking tell. It's so sad when you can't even tell. And it's like immediately in related videos to the Cars 3 trailer, it's like exact same titles from other YouTubers. Screen Junkies made a video saying, "Is Cars 3 going to be actually good?" They have like a 10-minute discussion with them talking about it. It's just like
people forget
such bullshit.
People forget in the first movie, one of the characters almost dies, like in the movie at the end of the race.
Yeah, like
just their cars, they're gonna
these
crash.
crashes have happened in the other films also.
Yes.
But you just because you had it in like slow-mo and you didn't see his eyes and there was long series of black in between the shot.
Yeah, radiant like black and white, and we see like
you showed nothing and people are fucking obsessing over it.
And some sort of like
it's
evil,
so sad. It's like it's
sort of like evil electric car like jumping through the ranks. Like it's what the fuck was this trailer?
I do not want to make a documentary about furries, Pascal Denny. Yeah, there's a million already made by furries. It's the most unoriginal film to make if you're a furry. Some of them are decent, but most of them suck. Yeah, Cars. It's one of those things where it's like everybody should know that it's not going to be good. Like everybody should know.
I mean,
I almost thought that we had established this, that like the general consensus is that Cars is not a half decent franchise at all. And I thought that people, especially after Cars 2, were like, oh yeah, this is bullshit. And all it took was like a 30 fucking second trailer showing a car, like some images of a car crash for people to suddenly be excited over this. What the fuck is that? Like, if you want to be excited over a new Cars movie, if you want to completely change your mind, like, I'm not saying stick with your gut and be like, oh yeah, because I hated Cars 2, I have to hate Cars 3. But what did Cars 3 do? What did the trailer do that made you shift gears?
Right?
Like what it seriously, it's like people giving so much credit to things that didn't earn anything. And that's where my biggest issue is like you don't even understand what you just watched. You don't even like what did you just see? What do you think you saw to make you believe like, that? All of a sudden this film is gonna be great. Like
the implication of like him slowly like dying, just
a bunch of gore,
and then
like fuck off.
Says, from this point on, everything changes. Like,
it's so bad.
On the track, he's like
I'm all for a movie that is willing to kill Owen Wilson. That's a good like main point of selling a movie. But fuck,
if we get like full scenes in some of the marketing material and it looks like it's an actually good movie somehow, which I personally don't think is possible for an anthropomorphic Cars film, but I mean whatever. If it actually turns out to be like a good movie, then lose your shit, go for it. But what the fuck did this teaser trailer that showed nothing do to win you over just by being like, ooh, this is serious now? All you have to do is just make this like very basic level tone change and people lose their goddamn shit. It's infuriating. It's infuriating. How can that alone, 30 seconds of nothing, win people over when there are films and projects and pieces of art and directors, etc., who will work on grandiose, impressive things that they've spent their entire lives on, make something actually amazing. Nobody gives a shit. And all of a sudden, Cars 3 trailer, people are losing their goddamn minds. It's so infuriating. It's just editing. It's tone. That's it. I can recreate that. I can do the same fucking thing. In fact, I want to make a parody now. Just like falling over on the street, like everything changes.
I feel like people...
Hacks DNC was kind of like that.
Do you have? I'm asking Adam. Do you or Mark have a car? Like just go in a parking lot and like do like a drift in the snow and just everything change from that moment.
Yeah. I am reading chat and I've answered some of the questions that you guys are continuing to ask, but I guess you guys just didn't pay attention. But I'm not gonna read every single question, and I'm not gonna. No matter how many times you say the same question over and over again, if I don't feel like it's worth talking about, I'm not gonna talk about it. But. Sorry. I do read the chat. I am looking at the chat.
Oh yeah, but About the Cars movie shit, I don't know. I feel like sometimes people like to freak themselves out just for the sake of being like excited for something, or
but
like
Cars
especially
3
if it's a childhood
out of
thing.
everything to possibly get excited for.
It's
Like-
almost as if like
It's Pixar.
somebody wanted to like Cars
Yeah, it's Pixar.
1 or liked Cars 1, but it was a guilty pleasure, and then like, oh man, 2 was such a letdown, or they secretly liked it for some fucking reason.
This hasn't happened
And
before.
but this trailer,
No one was excited for 2.
This trailer makes them feel like all their feelings towards Cars, that were like the first 2 car movies, that were positive. It makes them feel vindicated.
I'm
Like,
only-
finally a Cars movie that everyone can agree on.
I'm not upset that anyone would or potentially or like Cars 3 or get excited for it. I'm not upset that people are jumping ship and will enjoy something or may enjoy something. I'm upset because the trailer showed fucking nothing, and that's all it took. That's all it took to win people over is just tone, and that's it. It's so depressing. It makes me like just not have faith in audience members, which I mean, like I never really did all that much.
There's the same
But
people who fell for
so
like the
fucking
Jurassic Park.
there is always
infuriating.
There's always a new low.
It's the perfect like representation of everything that I complain about already with like that basic editing that I did in the Unfriended review, having that when I talked about, oh yeah, you let something linger on for a while, have it be an expectation of a jump scare and have it be super quiet, pan the camera around really slowly. It's fucking elementary, and it still fucks with people. And even on that video, people were like, that was actually scary. And people soak it in. People can watch shit like The Strangers where nothing happens and they don't earn anything the entire goddamn movie. There's a banging at the door 600 fucking times. And people are like, oh, that's building tension. No, it's not. It's not doing anything. Fuck. It's infuriating. And a 30-second goddamn trailer for Cars 3 is people are fucking obsessing over it. It's actually infuriating.
I'm one of the few people who's willing to defend the first movie because I actually enjoy it quite a lot.
Yeah, I don't even care.
But I don't think it's like a great movie. I personally enjoy it. The second was bad. It's the point where, in my eyes, Pixar just sort of fell apart, like as a studio.
It might be the worst Pixar movie ever made.
Cars 2 or Cars? Just the franchise, Cars 2.
I mean, Cars.
I think people
fucking
consider
bad,
it to be the worst. I think I don't even have to guess that it probably has the lowest Metascore and IMDb rating out of all their films.
I'm trying to think if there's a movie from Pixar I hate more than Cars 2, and probably not. No.
I haven't seen Finding Dory yet. Apparently, people thought that was good.
I didn't see it.
It's alright.
I'll see it. Yeah, exactly. I know
sorry.
it's not going to be like
I thought it was.
good.
I've seen it. It's decent.
I know. I thought it was.
That's my expectation, is that it'll be decent. Planes was not by Pixar, and I can't believe how many people thought that it was.
Somebody did. It's like trailer for Planes 3, and just the thumbnails 9/11. I was like,
oh, someone should edit it with the like exact same cuts.
from this moment on, everything.
Yeah.
Now you know.
Oh my god, we got it.
I nominated myself
Now you know what character you're gonna make, Adam.
to edit this
man.
trailer.
Make a fake trailer of 45 seconds of just like footage of Plane 1 and Plane 2, and then just 9/11 at the end. Everything changed.
The hype over the Cars 3 trailer, it's embarrassing to me. Like I don't. What did it accomplish that people actually like about it? We know that like everybody hates the franchise. It just like, and now you're won over. What are you laughing at?
I've just visualized it. It's
the 9/11.
It's the Pearl Harbor movie planes.
Oh.
It's like dun, dun, dun. It's just like them like dog fighting. It's like quick cuts. It's like cutting the black, and then it's like one getting shot down, it's spiraling out of control, and then it's just like, oh my god, right into the Twin Tower.
And then Planes 3.
And from here on out, everything changed.
Planes
Yeah, what
3.
the fuck? I just took a look at the Cars 3 trailer, and it's just like
it's
like for most teasers with me, I really like. I'll see a teaser and I'll be like, I'm not even gonna bother. I'm just gonna wait till there's a longer trailer because they don't like. Especially this one. This one is just shit. Like it's just like some cars and then fucking Lightning McQueen fucking flips over.
Lightning McQueen.
We'll stick with that.
Cacao Man.
Cacao Man.
Ciao. Yeah, so I can at least understand, like, Star Wars does the exact same thing at this point, where they'll show nothing and like people will get hyped. But I can understand that because it's a franchise that everybody's excited for, and literally all you have to do is just, if your fart sounds like Star Wars, it'll make it to the top page of Reddit. You know, like it's one of those things that like it has hype around it regardless because people love the franchise. But I don't understand this about fucking Cars 3. Why did this happen? The trailer itself somehow changed people's minds about the franchise, and I'm baffled by it. I am absolutely fucking baffled. It has broken me.
It is very fucking.
I am a broken man.
The movie that split the theaters.
I don't remember. God damn it. Who's directing it? What's their track history?
The movie
one of the
that
Pixar
killed
man.
YMS.
That one child in the movie theater who was clutching his Lightning McQueen plushie and was like, rips it in two, like out of like pure anguish.
What if it was directed by like Quentin Tarantino and they
No.
say the N word?
All right, so
yeah, I mean, like if they. Sorry, someone was saying something.
The N word
Oh, no, I
stands for
just have dude's name is Brian Fee, the director.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. This
Ratatouille,
is his
Wall-E,
first.
Cars.
No, art department, but this is his first directing.
Oh shit!
He was art department on those other films. So they're just throwing somebody in who has worked on the sidelines on some of the other movies.
And
Literally, this is his first movie,
and
it's
obviously
Cars
John-
3, and people are fucking excited for it, and people are
The same
hyping
thing
it up.
happened with the little dinosaur, that dinosaur movie with
Oh, it was bad.
last year.
Oh, that was bad.
Oh yeah, I wonder if that's worse than Cars 2. I haven't seen it.
But that's not
No,
Pixar.
it's
though.
not
That's
worse.
Disney.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It's
It's
the
not
most
Pixar. That was a
nasty
Disney one.
movie.
Oh, wait,
Pixar was Inside Out. Pixar was Inside Out.
wait a minute.
No, wait.
The Good Dinosaur was Pixar, wasn't it?
Wait,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, The Good Dinosaur was Pixar.
No, you
I
can.
know it doesn't seem like a Pixar movie, but I think it was a Pixar movie.
It was.
This might be worse.
Yeah, it was.
This might be worse than Cars 2.
Yeah,
Oh, this
like
might
nobody
be
even saw it.
Yeah, it
Well,
sucked.
some people saw it. But yeah, I mean, it was. I remember the only reason I would remember it being a Pixar movie is because I mentioned it in my Inside Out review when I was talking about their lineup and how there's like nothing that they're making in the future that anybody wants except Incredibles 2. Like everything else is just like nobody asked for this and this looks dumb and bullshitty.
Yep.
I'm happy that I'm like winning some people over on the Pixar isn't God
Inside
idea.
Yeah, I'll agree
Inside
with
Out
you.
2. we get
Inside
to,
Out 2 would be.
we get to see
depressing.
Riley in her teenage years.
Oh, that would be fucked.
She's a slut.
Her emotions are all fucked.
Well, I like that they kind of like implied that at the end.
Yeah.
That was kind of funny. But I think if they actually tried to develop it into a plot, I think it might just turn out to be shit.
Then it would
Here's
literally
your
just be
first
the
period.
plot of the short animated cartoon that it stole from. That
Yeah.
first one. When it's like the dinner date.
Sorry about that.
It's like, haha, guess what? The twist is she has ones in her head too. And they're like, let's get married. And he goes,
Confused Matthew thought that Inside Out was like the best Pixar movie ever, or the best Disney movie ever made, or some shit. Man, and I was having a day, like last week or a couple weeks ago or something, where I just felt like watching, Lights, Camera, Jackson, and Confused Matthew reviews. You know, do you ever just feel like doing that, like stabbing yourself in the eyes? I don't know.
Yeah.
why do you think I watched the Twilight movie now?
Oh yeah, man, Lights, Camera, Jackson is so fucking funny. I want to see him in his 30s.
Yo, this movie's really copacetic. It's got emotion. It's got movies. It's got acting, talent, written work, lighting, action, camera. 10 out of 10. I give it 10 stars.
He's if you ever watch
That's his review.
if you're ever confused or curious about checking out a Lights, Camera, Jackson review, one thing I will say is like he spoils shit and pretends not to. So don't ever watch one of his reviews for a movie you actually care about or are thinking of watching.
Lights, camera.
But if you have seen Arrival, I would suggest checking out his Arrival review because it's pretty horrendous and bad.
Oh, God.
His Arrival review is atrocious. He really liked the movie Trolls, DreamWorks
yeah.
Trolls.
Oh.
I haven't heard of that one.
Quote by Lights Camera Jackson.
Nice. Very nice.
What did he say? It was at the very end of his review. He's like, if you can't enjoy a film where characters fart out glitter, then I don't know what's wrong with you, or something along those lines. Like, okay.
The test audience is just a bunch of like lobotomized like mental patients.
Confused Matthews, the Lion King review is like the 9/11 of film reviews.
Everything changes.
Now I won't be able to disassociate Cars 3 with 9/11.
I'm gonna make that video.
I would love to.
I'm gonna get myself a copy of Pearl Harbor on Blu-ray. And
United
I'm going
90s.
to have the Pearl Harbor scene, and it's just gonna keep cutting the black. It's gonna have that intense like trailer music, and it's just like and then it just like slowly fades into like it'll be the Twin Towers, the shot from Remember Me, and like all of a sudden it just fades to black. It's like from here on out, everything changed.
Did you know?
And you just hear screaming.
Did you know that if Simba wasn't a lion, him and Draco Malfoy would be the exact same character? Quote confused Matthew.
All right, the Emoji Movie next year. Oh,
Oh,
thank you for reminding us, Russian
Wait,
listeners.
what?
Yeah, the Emoji Movie. The
The
movie
Emoji
everyone
Movie,
forgets.
done by Sony.
Sony's just so good at movies.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a
Ghostbusters,
bad movie
Big
that's produced and distributed by Sony.
Emojis.
An
All my
emoji.
favorite films are Sony films.
By the way, I have found the trailer of Cars 3 that someone modified just by adding the fucking trailer of Battlefield 1 over it. It's amazing.
Good.
Just like
Yeah, I
the
think I
remix
need-
of like.
I feel like I need to
Seven
dip
Nation
into
Army.
the Cars criticism a bit. But, fuck. I gotta finish up this fucking review. All I have to do left on it is, for Childhood Trauma Part 2, all I have left is just adding music, pretty much. And then it's, like, done, and I can release it. Fuck. I barely have any time left in this month to do it. But I'm gonna do it!
How many more days in this month are there? 4?
So I'm going to MFF for the first time on the 30th is when I fly out. I have a recording session on the 29th, which is like the full day. I have the complete day free before that. Tomorrow's Sunday, and that's the day before that, and we have our stream. So I think I could possibly get it done tonight and hopefully just have it render and like export and maybe publish it early Sunday or something. Like, that would be ideal. I would love to do that. If not, I think I can get it out for Monday. So that's when you should expect it. That's why on my Twitter I said it would probably be out by Tuesday, is because like after Tuesday, I don't really have much time left in the month for anything.
So how many more days in the month?
Today's the 25th. There's 26th, I think. 26th.
4.
So there's 30 days in November, I think. Yeah.
On that note, thank you, Adam, for your time in Hangout. I gotta go.
Thank you so much for joining. I
And,
very appreciate it.
I will keep up the support from you for your show. Keep
Thank you
going.
very much. I
Keep
very
going,
much
man.
appreciate the support.
All
Bye.
right. Take care, guys.
Bye. Yeah, the Hangout's going to end in the next 15 minutes anyway, if anybody's curious or if anybody had any
All right, excellent.
Things
Then
to-
I'll go back to my thing.
Yeah, it's it'll be at the 3-hour mark, which is what it usually is.
Adam, I'm curious about what you think about the Netflix show, BoJack Horseman.
I've watched it here and there. Nothing's really hooked me on it. Season 2 I enjoyed better than season 1, although I haven't seen the entirety of either season. I could watch, like, if somebody else wants to watch it, sort of thing. I'd be happy and comfortable watching it. But it's nothing. It's not a show that I like will put on by myself.
Yeah, I was curious because
Despite being a horseman.
and having a brown horse as the main protagonist.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, everybody sent it to me when it got announced. When the trailer happened, it was like every tweet sent to me was like, Adam, you're making a show for you. It's kind of funny. Yeah,
But,
it's
like,
it's
I
decent.
don't know.
I like that Norm Macdonald's doing something. I like that he has some sort of income now. Yeah, Netflix is cool.
But
Sorry, what?
yeah, honestly, it's my favorite show on Netflix.
Oh, cool. My favorite show on Netflix is probably Making a Murderer.
Oh yeah.
It's a miniseries though.
Oh, did you see?
Great rom-com.
Did you see that Netflix are doing a movie about Barack Obama called Barry?
Is that a Netflix original, or is that the one? Is that the really bad trailer one where it's about Michelle, or is that
terrible
something
trailer?
else?
Yeah.
No, I think that's a different movie. There's gonna be a lot of movies about Barack Obama in the next 3 years. I bet. Barry.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Barry.
All right, 2016. Let's see.
When's our Trump movie gonna come out? 2%.
Are you kidding? That'll be amazing. It'll be like Wolf of Wall Street.
4.2.
Somebody needs to make a film in the tone of Wolf of Wall Street about this whole election and starring Donald Trump playing himself. And starring Rosie O'Donnell as Hillary Clinton. I think it would be perfect.
Just call it War and have the exact same poster as the movie War.
So yeah. Stare down.
I like how that entire movie, the entire plot is a misunderstanding.
Yeah. I don't even remember. I know you mentioned that when I asked for similar themed.
It's my Asian partner, my best friend, my whole world. My friend Cop, he died, but it turns out he isn't dead, and he got a facelift, and now he looks like Jet Li. And it's like, I hate this Jet Li looking guy. I hate him. It's like, but actually, I'm secretly your partner. But now and even though I know you're my partner because I got a facelift and you just don't recognize me, suddenly I hate you too, Jason Statham, for no fucking reason, but because of a misunderstanding. I hate you too. Let's go fight to the death. Oh no, I realized
I see
you're my best friend at the last moment.
Yeah, I do remember watching that movie, but I don't remember anything about it. I remember there was some sort of cliched like warehouse setting for a fight scene, I think, at one point. Yeah, that's all I remember about it, is that there was something that was very cliched and stupid.
Meet up at the docks in the warehouse.
And it's action movies and their tropes are kind of funny. I would love to see a film where someone like Jason Statham, his entire motivation is he thinks that whoever he's trying to kill is just somebody who killed somebody else. And instead of it being a facelift, it's just because he's really racist and every Asian looks the same. And it'll be starring Jackie Chan, and it'll be like somebody else committed the crime, but he's convinced that it's Jackie Chan. And he's like, I want no trouble. And that's the whole movie, is Jackie Chan trying to escape from a hitman.
He runs into China. He's just
he's killing everyone he sees.
But with the use of CG, to see through his racist eyes, everyone looks like Jackie Chan.
Oh.
Even women, children, everyone looks like has Jackie
Malkovich. Jackie!
They're also like, I don't know Toba! Everyone, every kid, every woman,
every dog.
That
reminds me of this one episode of Criminal Minds I saw a long time ago, where this dude had a PTSD episode, and every single person looked like some black person in camouflage, and he was running around killing everyone because he thought he was in the middle of Africa or something like that.
Wilson Cruz in the comments, that is an interesting themed question, but I will need a more specific question than that, because I'm not just going to ramble about everything about my life. So it needs to be more specific of a question. Sorry. We got 10 minutes.
When's the next Minions movie?
Minions? You'd have to assume they're doing another one. Sorry, what's up?
You always talk about how Lion King is this really great movie, and
it is.
Even though I do understand, I would like your really specific opinion on why you think Lion King is one of the best animated movies ever made.
It is so let's just put it this way. Is it the third best movie ever made? No. Is it my third favorite movie ever made? Yes. Is it one of the all-time best animated films ever made? Yes. the bar for animated movies is not that high. Almost every single fucking animated or kids movie, especially kids appropriate animated movies, are kind of shit, and they follow like really annoying tropes. But even though The Lion King does follow a formula, and even though it is adapted from a previous work like Hamlet, and some might argue Kimba the White Lion, although I kind of disagree because it doesn't really rip it off too much. I don't really care. The overall, first of all, one of the best traditionally animated films ever made. Like Disney at their top or at their best for traditional animation, I would say. And the best score from Hans Zimmer. I've never heard a better score from Hans Zimmer, and he's one of the best composers ever made. So let's just completely ignore the musical songs like Tim Rice and Elton John, which are all super catchy and very well written.
Yeah, I know, like the land theme,
Oh yeah, like the score from Hans Zimmer, during the end of the first act, like,
at the sky,
and it's not just like amazing from a musical perspective of like harmony and melody, but also that being really African themed, it was able to utilize a lot of even the opening song and several songs within the film. They utilized a lot of kind of like African sounds in what they were doing, and it's one of the most like not just unique scores of all time, but like literally probably my favorite soundtrack for a film score ever. Like it's just thinking about it, it's so fucking good, and I don't even think many people can really argue with that.
I seen it for the first time recently.
Sorry?
I seen it for the first time recently, and I was amazed that no one talked about the the original soundtrack.
Yeah, I know. It's one of the best things about the movie, quite honestly. And then beyond that, the idea that you can Disney as a company and kids movies in general, or any movie that markets itself towards children's, there's no single fucking multi-million-dollar film like that has taken that sort of risk in recent memory. And when I say risk, I mean like the serious emotional impact of the end of the first act. Like you don't get shit that's that real in a kids movie, and it really kind of separates it in terms of every other kids movie you see, nothing serious is going to happen. Like Frozen tries to do the same thing, and they're like, oh yeah, the parents died, but they didn't show anything. They didn't show anything, and there was no emotional impact to it. It's like these films are afraid to try and present something in a way that it would make you feel something. Whereas The Lion King, it's like Adam, it's there and it's in your face. Like, what's up?
But in Cars 3, everything's gonna change.
Oh fuck! Yeah, Cars 3 is gonna bring it right back. And so it really it was.
I'm expecting the villain to say, "Do you know how I got these cars?" or something stupid like that.
As much as people can say like, oh yeah, I'm super biased for liking it because I'm a fur fag and I might want to fuck one of the characters or something. Like, I think that there's plenty of legitimate, real reasons to enjoy the film, and I mean, there's plenty of other people, like even Shay considers it to be like the best animated movie ever made, just for the same reasons that I listed. There's the humor in it still holds up, it still works, and it's somehow able to present such a emotionally gripping and impactful story with amazing scenes, amazing soundtracks, like very quotable dialogue. It's one of the most memorable and enjoyable, not only animated films, but films that are out there. And it never feels like it's just one big depression quest. It has tons of comedy in it as well. All of the voice acting is amazing. Like you try to find a voice actor that played an animal character better than Jeremy Irons for Scar. Try to he didn't just act like a sinister villain. He really brought a growling sort of tone to his voice You know, he really if there was an award for voice acting performances, he should have fucking won it. Quite honestly, and like if there was an Oscar for it, I'm sure there's some awards, but yeah, very, very infrequently is a voice acting performance impressive in the slightest, and yet this movie is full of them. So yeah, I think there's tons of legitimate reasons to think that it's a great film. I know a lot of people are just like, it's stupid. I like Beauty and the Beast. My name's Confused Matthew.
Yeah. The only recent kids film I can think of that has that kind of like emotional weight early on is but even then.
Oh yeah, exactly. And then it's like the rest of the movie is just bullshit.
Like, okay.
Yeah. Like Up is the only other one in recent memory that I can think of, especially like a Disney film, where they bother to like force you to feel something that's depressing or that might be uncomfortable or that might not be something that kids would enjoy watching, right? And The Lion King just worked so fucking well. It's one of the best movies ever. I think it's
I like
great.
how Pocahontas dealt with the colonization of North America, and yet it was like just this tamed, dumbed down version with a goofy raccoon and a hummingbird.
Yeah.
And like
What
all
about
the historical
what about
facts were
Hunchback
changed
almost
around.
Sorry, what did you say? I couldn't hear you over, Mark.
What about Hunchback? For me, that was way.
I need to watch that one again, honestly. I haven't seen that one in a long time.
It's not one of my favorites, but it's one of the better ones at that time. Like, not that year, obviously, but I mean, like, within the older, hand-drawn Disney films. It's certainly one of the better ones. It's something I appreciate more as an adult than I did as a kid.
I'll have to revisit it. I don't remember anything about it, really.
It's not
I would
amazing,
say
but it's one of the better ones.
What ruined that movie is the comedy relief, the gargoyle. You know.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, that's another thing that I have to give The Lion King credit for is like there's so many films where they'll be like, okay, we need some comic relief characters, and it ruins the fucking movie. Whereas Timon and Pumbaa are like super watchable, super entertaining. They serve a purpose within the story and aren't just like thrown in for the sake of comic relief. Like they're an important, pivotal part towards the character, the main character and his growth, right? And like their lifestyle plays into his own like self-exploration and arc in general. Like they're purposeful and they don't ruin the film at all, right? So it's just there's so many things to love about The Lion King, and every single really, really annoying thing that kids' movies traditionally do. It's just that you can't really find those things in The Lion King, or if they exist, they're not like, damning.
An extreme.
Yeah,
If
they're not.
If
Yeah.
Whoopi Goldberg plays a supporting character in a hand-drawn animated film, you know it's not going to be good.
Yeah.
The Page Master, The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
The Lion King.
You're right.
I thought you were making a joke, but I realized that you didn't even realize you were making.
No, she did. She played one of the hyenas.
Yeah, she played a hyena.
Do you know the name?
Shenzi.
No, that was the crazy one. The crazy bonkers one.
That was played by Cheech Marin. Or wait, Ed. Sorry, is who you're thinking of.
That's
Ed was the only non-celebrity hyena. But he's a retard.
Yeah, he was a retard. He had the crazy eyes.
Bonsai, Shenzi, and Ed.
Bonsai.
I think Bonsai was the dude and Shenzi was the whoopsie.
Bonsai was like the greaser. Like the 50s greaser of like the fucking hyenas. He's like, hey, yo, what? No, like he had this kind. No, he didn't really, but like he had this kind of attitude. And he had a bit of like.
Oh yeah, like they were all great characters, and like and not just that, but like the voices matched the characters, not just in the way they were written, but in the way that they were animated and designed too. Like everything is such a perfect fit, It's one of the best movies ever. And Rowan Atkinson doing a great job voice acting. It's especially as an actor who's traditionally known for just doing, visual comedy and not saying anything, like Mr. Bean does a great job in that movie too. Like it's insane how well he fits the character. There's like, it's just one of those like near perfect movies that I can just watch in any mood, literally any mood, and I enjoy it wholeheartedly. It is 4 p.m. If anybody has any final questions, comments, or whatever, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Now, the other thing I was going to say is the only other film from that era that I could think of animation-wise, The Iron Giant. I remember that being pretty good.
That's another one that I want to revisit. Because I know it's like generally really well received too. It's got like an 8.0 on IMDb, and I remember liking it as a kid, but I barely remember anything about it. So that's another one I want to revisit.
The best film starring Vin Diesel. Probably.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for joining. It was a very fun hangout. Illuminati confirmed. Luminopoly. Thank you very much for your support. I will post the date for the December hangout in the next week or so, and the post will just be me replacing the current date on the right underneath where the perk is listed on the main Patreon page. Excuse me. Everybody have a great end of 2016. Although I'll be able to say that again one more time before the before the year ends, unless I die in some freak accident. Yeah, thank you so much. Hail Trump. Fuck, that was embarrassing. If you're serious about it, do you not like see how stupid that looks? I'm not gonna go on another rant. I love you guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you. And